Hello everyone, I'm Captain Logan, and welcome to Cap Can't Christmas 2025. We're doing a random, completely unplanned, whatever happens is gonna happen Christmas stream. And look, I've got not only a gargantuan panel, but everyone's here at the same time this time. In years past, people just like trickle in and out, which is kind of fun. You know, because like people make cameos and it feels more like a telethon or something, except we're not raising money for anything except getting me drunk possibly. But everybody's here at the same time. It's amazing. So tonight we've got to my left Brandon Grimm.
Hello, thanks for having me again.
And I know nobody trusts anything they see on the internet, but he's actually physically here.
I am physically in the presence of greatness.
You know how he's talking about you, Robert Wild. But
oh my God.
That's virtually presence.
And you know how you can tell that he's not an AI? Because he can exist on camera for more than 12 seconds at a time.
Are we
that's
sure
that's
about
how we
this?
know.
Well,
then you're a
still
really
existing.
advanced one. Oh, that you even exist? Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. You could be a figment of my imagination, but then everything else would have to be too, I think.
It's a pretty detailed imagination if you can get your imagination to imagine that they are existent in your imagination.
Never mind, he's totally an AI. And then we've got Austin the Day Ghost.
Happy Kwanzaa, everybody, whatever that is.
Hey, stop it with your cultural appropriation, Austin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't get to
I think
celebrate
it's-
Kwanzaa because you're not Kwanzanese.
I think it's cultural inappropriation at that point.
Oh. I'm with you,
Man.
though. Whatever that is. And then we've got John Sandoval.
Hey, everyone.
I don't even know if John likes to use his last name. Like, occasionally I'll just remember it because I don't want to just say John. And then I'm like, oh, I might be... I mean, it's not like doxing, but I don't know if John uses his last name on the internet. So, anyway.
I don't care. My favorite one is when Skype used to just show my full name.
Oh, that's true. And then...
No, if you go back and look at our Smallville streams, it's there.
Yeah, okay. So it's been public for a while, whether he wanted it to be or not. We're going to try, by the way, real hard to bring those back next year. And John, I'm sorry I've not been available the rest of the year to get those done, but Saturdays have been impossible. I'm constantly driving Jason around for dance and things. So, like, finding a 12-hour block has been really difficult, but we'll make it
I know
happen.
you're just
We'll get those last 3 done.
I bet you're going to appreciate when Jason can start driving.
Yeah, we're hoping to get that going next year. And we've also got Robert the Madman Wild. He's a madman.
True.
Oh, he's a maniac on the floor.
Robert, what's the last thing we had you on the channel for? Because I feel like it's been a little while. Some kind of new movie, probably.
No, I think it was one of the Halloween commentaries. Christine?
Yeah.
That's probably what
Because
it
I
is.
also did Texas Chainsaw with you guys. But I
Yeah.
think Christine was the last one.
That was a really fun, exciting series, and I like being able to just do 2 weeks straight of, you know, being lazy and not planning for anything. But also I learned a lot, you know, watching lots of movies I've never seen. But, you know, it was a lot of fun. And we're going to keep those random manias going. Or I say random, but the kind of shorter manias. That's been a really cool way to get some of those done and watch things we wouldn't otherwise watch. Austin, what's the next one?
Well, we were talking about doing the Disney Renaissance like at the beginning of next year.
And we don't have a schedule yet for when exactly that's going to start, but that will probably be the next one. We're going to try to do the Halloween one, though, as a yearly event. I think that's just the perfect way to tackle October, is with Spooky Mania. Plus, we have a really good intro for it, and I want to keep using that.
Have you ever thought about doing a mania?
What would that be? What would it even look like?
I don't know. I've been trying for the last 2 minutes. I've been trying to think about what that would be. I was like, I'm just going to ask it anyway. See if you guys have an idea.
We'd have to go back and watch ourselves watching things.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
Like that starts to get just a little bit too meta for my taste. People try to get me to do commentaries on like old rewinds and stuff.
Oh.
And like, I don't know. I would maybe do that.
I mean,
I
you've
think
got to
we'll
do
move
a
it
commentary
forward.
on one of your Batman '89 commentaries.
Yeah. Well, That's what I do when I'm completely out of ideas for that show.
I'm gonna say in a way your movie did exactly that.
No, that's true.
So you've done that.
We've covered that. That's a really good point. Brandon, thanks for coming over, man.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
I'm glad you were able to make it for. I mean, you don't have to stay the whole time, but at the start. You know,
Sure.
I'm glad you made
Happy
it here.
Christmas. Well, I work today. I work tomorrow.
Oh, you do work
and then
tomorrow.
I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But here's the thing. So, some people may not know. I got a job again after 2 years a few months ago. So,
Yeah, I was going to ask you to talk about them.
so
Because that's the big thing that happened in Brandon's life this year. I thought
Yeah.
we could kind of go round robin and just let you guys mention like maybe one or two big life things in your year that you might want to share.
that's the absolute biggest thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
I think so.
Unless you don't want to be too personal, like John Sandoval, who doesn't like it when I talk about his last name.
I don't mind either way, but we have days off throughout the year. Our office policy on paid holidays. Certain holidays are paid, but certain days are given. Sometimes they're not paid. So the day after Christmas is not paid, but I'm supposed to have 40 hours in a week, even though I'm salaried. I have to meet that number. So if I don't have a day, if I wanted to get paid for that day, I'd have to use my personal time, either my PTO or my personal time. I don't understand why they take that from me. On it, like a day, they go, "Oh, you can't get paid," but you're supposed to get 40 hours. I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting paid for the day. That's nice. But I have the rest of the week off after tomorrow, so
Well, that's good.
I'm excited.
You want to briefly talk about what you're doing now?
So yeah, I am what's called a mechanical router for a shop. I won't say the name of the shop, but we make large-scale infrastructure for wastewater management systems for municipalities the world over. So that's been very, very interesting and eye-opening for different parts of U.S. infrastructure. I take plans from engineering and I route them through to the shop, and I look for inconsistencies, try to find errors, and get those fixed before they make it to production.
Are you sick of it yet?
No, it's pretty fascinating. We say we do a lot of standard stuff, but we also really do a lot of custom things. They're standard items, but they're kind of custom applications of those items. So it's always something a little bit different.
Well, I'm excited that you're back to work, man.
Thank you.
And that
Appreciate it.
everything's going so well. Let's hear from Austin. Hey, Austin, have you had any really cool, interesting things happen this year? Geeky or otherwise?
God.
It could be life things. It could be anything. It's the Christmas show. Everything goes. We can talk about anything. You can bore the audience to tears.
No, I live a very uninteresting life. But I will tell a funny story that happened over the weekend. So I go to visit my mom, and we're out doing stuff, like kind of getting ready for Christmas. And she goes, "Oh my God, my car is so filthy. I need a car wash." And I was like, I don't know, that seems like a waste to me. It's the middle of the winter. It's just going to get dirty in like a day anyways. But she's like, "No, I really need one." But I'm scared to go through the things. It's like, you pull up, you go into neutral, and it like drags you through.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "I'm scared to do that though, because I don't know how to put my car into neutral." And I was like,
Isn't there an N?
Yes. And I was like, "What the hell do you mean you don't know? Like, that might be the stupidest thing you've ever said." Which I straight up said to her. And she was like, "No." She's like, "No, I just don't know how. And besides, that's not the dumbest thing I've ever said." And I was like, "Oh, really?" She's like, "Yeah, honestly. The other day, I had put my car in neutral and I didn't know how, so I had to Google it." And I was just like, "What are you talking about?" Like, that's actual insanity. And so finally, she's like, "Okay, I'm just going to do it." So she goes to the, car wash, and she gets there and she starts like actually panicking. And she's like,
no.
"Oh my God. Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?" And I'm just like, "What do you mean?" Like, look, reverse, drive, neutral. put it in neutral. Like I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yeah, that
And
doesn't
then
make any
she
sense.
does that, and she goes, "Oh," she puts it in. She goes, "Oh God, well at least the hard part's over." And I'm like, what are
If
you
she can't put it in
talking
neutral,
about?
how's she ever going to figure out putting it in gear? That
Well,
makes no
it's automatic,
sense.
so like it doesn't have like you don't have to put it in gears, but like
No, I
don't
know
You just
that.
mean putting-
I just
putting
mean.
in
oh, you mean like
drive.
put it in
It's
drive?
as
The
I
simple
basic-
as putting it in
She's
drive.
using the same basic concept every time she leaves her driveway.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she
No,
has
she
to
can
hit
handle reverse
neutral.
and drive. She just doesn't know what to do with
Park,
neutral.
hopefully.
Can you imagine how many months it would take her to learn how to drive a stick? And how many clutches she would burn
Oh
out?
God.
Well, my mom.
I'm
with
speaking
her, I
ill
think
of your
with her
mother. I'm
first
sorry, but you
car-
started it.
That's okay. I mean, my mom, I think, with her first car, once poured a water bottle into her gas tank, hoping to dilute the gas so that she could drive for longer. So my mom's not exactly the best around a car.
If that's a true story, I don't know if I
It
can
is a true
handle it.
story.
Oh wow. Oh man.
No,
I can't
100%.
even- I can't.
Look, Brandon, other people have crazy car stories too, man. You're not the only
yeah,
one.
Well, that's
No, my granddad also once gave her like just a used car, and then just one day he was like, "Hey, where'd your car go?" And she's like, I don't know, it's gone." And I'm convinced that she just sold it, but she's like never. Even like I like went behind his back like in private and was like, "Okay, so what did you do with that car?" She was just like, "I don't know, it was gone."
okay. Maybe I'm starting to see where Austin comes from here.
What you think the whole country of Canada is like this?
No, I just no. Austin. This is his mother.
That's where he
talking
comes
about.
from.
Yeah, but
No.
he was raised by. I don't even know what to call that.
Is this an attempt at an insult? Is that
No, I just.
like, oh, now I understand Austin.
Well, yeah.
Mom poured water in the gas tank. Explains everything.
It's kind of.
That is true, yeah. I agree
Austin,
with
that's a wonderful story. I don't know how you
Thank
feel
you.
about the fact that you had to throw your mother under the bus to tell it.
Oh, that's fine. Later on in the day, we were talking about my youngest brother because he was being a real meathead, and I turned to her and went, "No, that's somebody who doesn't even know a car can go into neutral."
Oh dear.
John, what is new
But
with you, man?
anyways,
Well, with me mostly it's just like hobby stuff. I collect or I try to get all of the achievements in like whatever video game I'm playing. And on PlayStation, you get a platinum when you get all of them. So I finally hit 100 and have debated just stopping there, but I might not. I don't know yet. That's about all I got. I live a boring life.
What have you been playing?
So my 100th one was Final Fantasy X, which took me about 150 hours.
So wait, are you saying you? Sorry, you're a little bit quiet, John. I'm having a hard time hearing you. So are you
sorry.
saying you played 100 games to 100% completion?
Yes.
That's amazing.
well, even more than that because you typically have trophies outside of just beating it to 100%.
So on PlayStation, you have like a list of achievements or challenges to do, and if you get all of them, you get a platinum, which shows that you've done all of the challenges. And I try to get all of those done.
Sounds like fun.
Good job!
Sometimes,
Yay!
Sometimes it makes me want to. Sometimes it makes me want to uninstall the game, but you know,
It makes you want to what?
uninstall the game.
Why? Sorry, I just don't even understand that. Wait, like why?
So I use
Playing the
Resident.
game makes him not want to play the game.
I just-
Goddammit.
I just need you to explain that. Like,
So I'll use Resident Evil, the first one, as an example. There's an achievement for beating the game on invisible enemies mode, which means all of the enemies, including the bosses, are invisible. And I just didn't want to deal with that, but I did it anyway. Just stuff like that. Like, it's another thing that's difficult. It's just,
I don't have
it's
the patience for
annoying.
that, John.
Yeah. No, that's the kind of stuff that makes me just want to quit playing and move on, but I get too stubborn.
Put yourself through hell.
Well, I'm hoping that our stream is still broadcasting okay. We had about 15, 20 people hanging out with us, and now we're apparently, according to my end, down to 1. So either something is
Nobody
going wrong,
cares about
or John has just made everyone leave because they didn't want to
It's
listen
true.
to him
I
talk
made
about
everyone leave.
100%ing PlayStation games. Now it says we have 0 viewers, which I don't...
Yeah.
Which we
Yeah,
which we
no, I
don't.
have chat open. We'd have at least one.
People, yes, yeah. There's at least someone. Yeah, Tyler is commenting. Okay, so I just can't trust this because it says no viewers, but we have viewers.
God damn it, Susan! Fix your website.
I'm gonna stop looking at this.
Susan?
Austin,
Yes, the old YouTube
Austin, you
CEO,
gotta
but
get
someone I
past the
know.
Susan thing, man.
But it's just so funny to yell like, Susan, fix it.
It was, but didn't Susan die?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Like you're
right.
still saying it, and this person is deceased.
That means she's an angel and should be able to fix it easier with like angel power.
Makira is here. Yeah, man, this is just making me self-conscious. It's like that fake stream I did a few years ago for April Fool's Day, where I pretended like there was no one watching. It actually looks like that on my end now. If you are watching right now, I meant to mention this at the start of the show, and then we'll jump over to Robert and let him say something. If you want through this show to leave a super chat and support the channel, we will, as I sometimes do on these silly, ridiculous, pointless shows, we'll do $5 shots. I've already taken one just to get us started, but tonight I am drinking Jim Beam Cream Bourbon. It's shockingly tasty. I wasn't sure about this, but I was going to get some Bailey's Irish Cream, as I often do at Christmas time, and this was half as expensive on sale, and I thought, I'll try that this time, and it's actually really good, and close to as good as that. And then I bought what reads like almost knockoff Bailey's Irish Cream. It like nearly rhymes with it. It's Brady's Irish Cream. I'm shocked that this exists. You have Bailey's, which is the really popular, like, sort of top shelf version of this, and then something called Brady's. So I'm gonna try this tonight. We'll see if that's any good. But yeah, I'm being all festive, and I would offer some to Brandon, but he doesn't drink.
I do not.
I'm not sure if anyone here drinks. John, do you drink?
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
I don't drink like a lot.
Robert,
Very often, but
do you drink at all?
Not regularly.
And I know Austin doesn't drink at all.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a drink, Austin?
Yeah, I've had like a drink. Like people, it's one of those things where when you don't drink, people are always like, drink this, you'll like it.
You'll like it.
So it's
I'm
like
the only
people
teetotaler.
I don't like that
Although-
Austin just goes to random places and people keep putting stuff in his face. Drink this, you like it.
I was talking to
It's
Nikki
true,
about
It's weird when
that.
I look like the heavy drinker in the room. That's very strange. Because Brandon will tell you, like, I'm not a heavy drinker.
Yeah, I know.
But I drink semi regularly. These days, I will say regularly, but not a ton. You know what I mean? Like, it just loosens me up. It's nice to have around. I do like a little bit of vodka here and there, but it's not crazy. And I don't drink very much beer anymore just because it's hard to keep your weight down when you drink a lot of beer.
I was talking to Nikki the other day, though, about... Do you remember this commercial from the 90s for Di Serono? But they'd say, Di Serono on the rocks.
No.
Remember that commercial?
I don't know what that
It was
is.
everywhere in the 90s. And it was this, like...
It wasn't
it was
everywhere.
like
I've
this-
never seen it.
Is it, what do you call it, a liqueur?
Yeah.
One of those
Sure.
things. And I remember the imagery, pouring it over ice, and that was the way you were supposed to have it.
I don't know. Fascinating. No, I've
Alcohol
never.
ads are weird.
I've never heard of that. Yeah, that's true. Yes, Makira, you do have numbers after your name. I don't know why YouTube randomly assigned that to you if you didn't do it on purpose. He was like, I hope it's just me. Nope, we can all read that.
5705.
Your lucky numbers are 5, 7, 0, and 5.
And then 5 again.
Robert, has anything fascinating or amusing happened for you this year?
I wouldn't say that.
Oh. Robert's been going through crippling depression
Well,
this year.
well,
Oh,
Robert,
God.
I'm giving you the floor, so fill it with something.
I'll just say something geeky
Yeah.
I did last week is I watched. I went to the theater to watch the Kill Bill Whole Bloody Affair.
Dude, I wanted to
extended
do
cut
that.
of both movies.
It's 4.5 hours.
It was awesome.
Is there an intermission?
Yep. Yes, there was a 15-minute intermission. I don't think you can see it now. I think it's out of theaters, but
Yeah, that's like. See, I was gonna go because I've never seen those, and I thought it would be interesting for that to be the
I've
first
never
way to
seen
go.
them either.
We should have gone, but I
Oh,
I
man.
couldn't have gotten a block like that the last couple weeks. Just I don't think it would have been possible.
yeah, when it first came out, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I hope that comes to home video or something." And then because initially I assumed it was just gonna be like a one night only or a one weekend only thing, and then a few days after that, I was checking my theater for show times, and that was there. I was like, "Oh yeah, I should. If this is playing for like a week, I should probably go." And I went on the last night it was showing at my theater, and I was glad I went. It was a great experience.
Okay,
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
I'd
try to
say-
check it out if I had time, but just didn't have like a block where I could sit for it.
yeah,
And I'd say for you, Cap, so you've never seen the Kill Bill movies
at all.
I think this would be a great way to watch it for the first time.
Well,
if you've
awesome,
never
because now I
seen it.
can't.
Well, hopefully it comes out on Blu-ray or streaming or something next year.
But you think I should do
it
it
was
that
great.
way?
I think you should. Because one of the biggest changes in it is that there's like cliffhanger at the end of Volume 1 that is taken out when you have both halves put together. So there's like a big reveal it saves till much later in this version. So I'm kind
Oh.
of jealous of people that get to watch it this way.
Oh,
That have
interesting.
never seen it before.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully it comes out so you can watch it next year. I imagine it will, because like I said, this wasn't like this is out a full week. Like it was
Yeah, I
a
think it will.
semi-wide release.
And it had like the most bizarre marketing campaign thing where you had like that Fortnite tie-in, and then
Yep.
you had Tarantino and Uma Thurman at like a Fortnite event where they were like hanging out. It was so
That's
weird.
very strange.
Very strange.
But you're right.
Were they
That's too
impl-
much fanfare for them not to put it out now.
Were they implying that Quentin Tarantino plays Fortnite?
No, they were
Not
implying
only-
that these days that's what we do for media tie-ins. It's kind of
Yeah, well, he did direct a animated short made in Fortnite as like part of the tie-in for it.
Oh my.
Yes.
Oh my.
All just strange all around.
This is what we do these days.
Yeah. Everyone's
Yeah.
trying to adjust to this culture that is constantly shifting, and nobody knows how to do it, and nobody
Is
knows
it?
how to.
I feel like I could still take what they used to put out 20 years ago if they still put it out rather than whatever this new crap is.
No, my point is, like, they're trying to appeal to the kids that don't pay attention to the stuff that they make or that they made. So they're just trying to like figure out how to market to a demographic that's not with them. Like the Fortnite demographic is not their demographic.
No,
And-
I'm
and
saying
it's-
why not just market to their demographic? Why are they trying to market to the demographic that's not there to? I don't know. It just seems like bad focus for advertising. I don't know. Maybe it drums up new support, but
See if we get the Fortnite movie. That's the next logical step.
It'll be Tarantino's 10th and last film, the Fortnite film.
oh jeez.
Can only hope.
Brandon, I don't want to get super deep into this conversation because I'm with you. I don't think it's effective at all, but it's in Tarantino's defense, and it is really weird if he is, because I didn't know about that. It is really weird if he's like making short films to be in Fortnite. But in his defense, he's looking at the long at the long term, and he's going, we have an entire generation, if not two, that doesn't have the attention span to sit through an entire movie, the film industry is not sustainable when that's happening.
That's
And
true.
so he's going, we want to try to compel the youth through the only things they're actually interested in to walk back into a movie theater. And so you're right, when we're talking about something specifically like Kill Bill, at the moment, the only people that are probably going to care about that are the people that cared about it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But he's thinking long term. And also, Fortnite is all about, these days especially, old properties getting characters and things in that game. Like, that's all they do. And Magic the Gathering has this also now. And he's got to be like looking at that and thinking, it almost reeks of this desperation of we're gonna get to a point 2 or 3 decades from now where films just are not the medium anybody's paying attention to anymore. And also, you've got, because you hear a lot of directors talk about this, your Nolans, etc. There is this fear in general. I mean, like, it's obviously their livelihoods, but there's this fear in general that the whole culture is falling apart if all the kids have the attention span to pay attention to is 10-second TikToks that they're scrolling all day long. And so it's this attempt to, and I think a futile one, to like capture the imaginations of those kids and to bring them back into a movie theater. But what's really silly about it is you're trying to get people with no attention spans to go sit through a 4.5-hour movie.
But is the onus on the filmmakers of old, or is the onus on the newer filmmakers coming in? That's kind of what I think about it. Is it for Tarantino to help continue Hollywood, or can he still make movies to the people who are, he's still older than us, but like still to the people that he was making movies for?
Who knows if it was even his idea to, but
okay, truth.
So, something like that just feels like Epic gave him a lot of money.
Yeah.
To make something for us.
Yeah, the Ready Player One movie was weirdly prophetic because that's just what Fortnite is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Like John, like it might not have even been his idea. Like the way I was talking about it is, I guess, like he's desperate. I think it's the industry that's desperate. Because it's like if
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense as an angle.
Hayden left a super chat and wants to do a shot with me, so I'm gonna do that real quick before we get too far away from it. 499, he says, "I'll do a shot with you. Merry Christmas, Cap and Brandon. I hate you, Austin, John, and Robert. Heart." Okay,
hello.
let's do a shot to excitement, because apparently Austin and Robert need more of that in their lives. John is set, though. John is excited by 100%ing games and then taking them off of his hard drive. So he has a very exciting life. Anyway, cheers, Robin, to excitement, Robert. Hayden, to excitement.
Thank you.
Austin, what do you, just real quick before we move on, what do you make of that?
Yeah.
Of that whole situation?
I'm glad I got to enjoy the weird Tarantino Fortnite stuff because it was amusing at the very least. Just watching it from the outside and getting to see like the pictures of Tarantino, Uma Thurman, and they had a censored kiddie wagon there next to them with all the Fortnite logos everywhere. Just all of it was so surreal and beautiful, and one of those things that makes me love life.
Yeah, speaking as someone who doesn't play Fortnite, the main thing I hope comes from this is just because now that we've seen that Uma Thurman is willing to voice this character again in a video game, I just hope they put her character in the next Mortal Kombat game, because that's just a perfect fit, and I hope we get that at least.
Don't say it like that to imply I play Fortnite. Yeah, exactly. I echo that. Just give David Fincher the keys to do the next Kill Bill sequel.
Sure.
Since he's doing the sequel to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, I didn't
That
know
is
that.
true.
Or spin-off. Yeah.
I didn't
It's
see
very
that
strange.
movie, but is there enough at the end of that movie to make something else off of it?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess it's like just making another story with that character.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like I said, it's more a spin-off, I guess, than an actual sequel. But like, yeah, you can do more with that character.
Okay.
I honestly never expected to see any sequels or spin-offs to Tarantino things that, especially like not involving him. So like, I'm surprised that he's cool with that.
Script. It's just Fincher directing his script.
Oh, really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was gonna make it, and then he's like so in his own head about the 10th movie thing that I think he dropped it and was thinking to do something else. But you also have that with, I think Jackie Brown has like a spin-off that he wasn't involved in. That's about Michael Keaton's character.
I didn't know that.
And to
So I think it would
says
just be these two.
a Soul Calibur game would be a better fit for her.
I kind of wish he would, that Star Trek movie he was working on forever. I wish he'd just recycle that and just make an original movie out of that premise, just not tied to Star Trek. Like,
Well, we need to see
I
him
don't
do
know.
that
I
genre.
just see him
Yeah.
make it sci-fi.
Yeah. Because you've never seen Tarantino go to space. But that'd be cool.
I agree.
I
would
really
watch
wanted that to happen just because I want to see what his Star Trek looks like.
No, I'm with you. If you were going to recycle it, I would want it to be pretty loose and not be like Tarantino's Orville, you know what I mean? Where like you can tell clearly this is supposed to be Star Trek. Like, go as far your own way as possible and don't make it too Star Trek-y. Although, it being Tarantino, it's possible that movie would have felt Star Trek adjacent in the first place and been like a really good movie, but not necessarily a really good Star Trek movie. So it's actually possible he could basically shoot that script, change all the names, and it's a better movie than it would have been if it was Star Trek. I have no idea.
All I know is I was talking to our buddy Noah about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I really didn't need that." And I jokingly was like, "Oh, you don't want Samuel L. Jackson as Spock?" And he was like, "Yeah, and Kurt Russell as Captain Kirk." And I was like, "Whoa, well now I need to see that. I need to see Kurt Russell as Kirk."
Russell. Oh
See,
my.
it would have been a cast of totally different characters, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the way he was talking about it.
I don't know, 'cause the way he talked about it sounded like it was going to be a full movie version of the was it like
Piece of the
the
Action.
Gangster Planet
Yeah.
or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That it was like based on a TOS episode.
So I imagine it would be them, especially the way he talks about it, where he's like, like Captain Kirk and them. That's Star Trek. But I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, it's just weird because
Give him the keys to the Star Trek kingdom. Why not?
Well, I mean, yeah, anything's better than what we've had, but it's odd because I'm rusty. It's been a while since I heard him talk about that, but I thought he talked about it like he didn't have any interest in the Abrams stuff, the '09 stuff. So, like, is he using that cast or is he recasting it again? Like, that would have been really
I
weird.
think he would have just recast it.
Yeah, that would have been strange. But it wouldn't be as
there's
strange
weird
now
choices that
because we've already now had another set of actors playing those characters in new tracks. So, like, at this point, if they announce it tomorrow, it's like we're going to have yet another TOS cast, but Tarantino's making it. That's fine because I can wash the taste out of my mouth of the last stuff. Like, some of those actors have been okay, but, not great shows. Strange
because
New Worlds is-
he's had a lot of this where he's been attached
Oh, a
to
little better.
like big IP stuff and then
Until it's not.
drops out. But with all of them, there's like weird choices that he planned to make, like for his Bond movie with Casino Royale, which wouldn't have been connected to like the Eon stuff. It was before they got the rights, but he was like, "I'm only doing it if Pierce Brosnan is my Bond," and I
love
can't
Pierce
picture
Brosnan as
him.
Bond.
I cannot picture Pierce Brosnan in a 60s period piece that is the first James Bond mission. But he was like very hardcore, like, no, it has to be Pierce Brosnan. And I'm like, that is not the correct casting choice. And I like Pierce Brosnan, but like, I don't know about for that specific project.
See, I think his career was probably helped a lot by having never done anything like that. Like, I wonder if it would have changed his trajectory at all if he had gone to an IP thing in, say, the late 90s or the 2000s or something, and it bombed.
Well, it would have been, like, I imagine, a huge different direction for him if his movie after Pulp Fiction was Luke Cage, like it almost was.
Oh, right.
That would have been, like, completely different.
Yeah, like, would he then go... I mean, it's always possible that, like, you bomb, but you had such a good first hit that somebody gives you another chance, and then you just do kind of your indie but mainstream stuff forevermore after that. Like, that could have just been a hitch, and then he could sort of have the same career. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
It's hard to say. Oh, you know, it just occurred to me that Brandon and I are actually appearing on screen together twice. I wasn't even looking at this right.
Oh,
yeah,
I see us.
I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that.
We're on two different camera angles.
No, I've been thinking about this.
Nobody commented.
No one's commented about it. Nobody said anything. But like,
no one in chat was like, "Oh, why are you guys on twice?"
No, I don't know what I was thinking. So here's what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do right now? Everybody, bear with me for a minute. See, I really can't Christmas. I can't broadcast anything. I'm gonna get rid of that. You see, and then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna make this the size it should have been in the first goddamn plays. And look at this. We're way up here, Brandon. I didn't even. Wow,
okay, that's hilarious.
I thought you were trying to make the panel just look bigger than it actually was.
No, it's like I'm so full of myself.
No.
I have to be here twice. In fact, I should have just cut Brandon out, and then it's just on the other side of it. It's just me over here because I'm that much of a narcissist. Can you believe it? Well, and then the problem is, though, now that I'm looking at this, that this is the angle of the secondary camera.
Yeah.
And so, like, usually I'll have my other... What I usually do is... This is boring, inside baseball, but what I usually do is See, Austin's already fallen asleep. I usually cut all the other three windows out and put them on separately, and then I just have my window. But this time I was preoccupied because I could see us twice. And so now I'm looking at this and I'm going, I should have done that in the first place, Brandon. So I guess everybody just gets to see us with a different angle. Yeah,
a rare view.
And so you can see like the rest of the bunker back here. The lighting is bullshit. This is not what I would have done if I thought everybody was going to see this. By the way, a profanity warning. I put that in the title. We only swear at Christmas apparently. We talked about that at the start. We've done this before. I figure why break with tradition? So we're swearing.
Oh yeah, nobody's heckin' swore yet.
No, they're really not until just now. I did it.
I mean, I said shit earlier, but...
Oh, I missed that entirely. I'm just so used to it.
Yeah, Sam.
RJ Godzilla, dude, Cap, your bunker's so much bigger than I thought it was. It's practically as big as my apartment. My bunker is apartment-sized. Yeah.
And you're just seeing a small portion of it.
Yeah, this is not even half. It's 1,000 square feet down here.
It's insane.
I sound like I'm bragging like crazy. Apologies, but I'm very proud of this space. And it's a lot of fun to have this much space for collections and things. Sarah and I were talking about this earlier today because I can't remember what it was, but I brought up something that I lost. Oh, I know what it was. I was wrapping presents. I lost a pair of scissors. I don't have any idea how, and I looked for it for like an hour, and I still haven't been able to find it. And one of the drawbacks of having this much space in a lot of nooks and crannies and just like tons of stuff everywhere, it's as organized as it can be. It's a little messy right now, but usually it's relatively organized, and it's still really easy to lose stuff. There's a remote that I lost 3 years ago. I still can't find it. I have no idea where that thing is. I'm gonna have to
1954.
rip this whole goddamn place apart at some point. So like the TV that remote goes to is still over there and plugged in, and I use it occasionally, but I have to manually turn it on and adjust the volume because I cannot find that remote.
You know, you said earlier to me, thanks for coming over. Like, it's never really, it's a no-brainer about coming over here. Your basement's awesome. You're awesome. The whole thing is awesome. Like,
Oh man, that's so nice, Brandon.
It's-
Thanks
but
for
it's
saying
true.
that.
It's
Your
true.
whole
Oh my
system is
God.
awesome.
It's true. And like,
Oh, he's getting sappy.
your
he's
arcade
getting
down
sappy
here
all
is-
over me.
your comic book collection, my goodness, it's quite phenomenal.
Oh, thanks, Brandon. I brought my sister down here the other day. We had a Christmas party, and she hadn't been here in a while.
Oh, wow.
She hadn't been in the bunker in, I don't know, probably 3 years.
How is Lindsay?
And she's doing really well, actually. She's got carpal tunnel, and she might have to get surgery, and that sucks. She had a brace on her hand. But anyway, Lindsay's doing well. I should have her on a stream again. She's been on the channel a couple times. But anyway, she came down here and I was showing her some things, and she goes, "You're gonna have to start charging for admission down here." And that was a sweet thing to say. Teddy puts in a $10 super chat, so I'm gonna have to do 2 shots. Am I gonna do a double shot or space it out? I think it might be a double shot. He says, "I love the idea of having a Christmas tradition that's this is the day we swear, no other day but Christmas." See, the problem with that is, Austin, I don't want to hold to that, because then there's going to be some other thing where we really want to swear, and then be like, you can't do that! It's not Christmas!
You call it Christmas in whatever month you're...
Sweet fucking Christmas, exactly. Your sister thing reminded me too. My mom got diagnosed. This is just another opportunity for me to make fun of her on camera.
Did
she
get
got diagnosed with carpal
with something
tunnel.
while she was at the car wash?
Diagnosed?
No, even better. She got diagnosed with carpal tunnel, and my mom straight up said to the doctor, "That's not a real thing. That's something that lazy people make up."
It's not a
She had
made-up
to be
mental
explained
condition.
the carpal. No, she had to be explained by the doctor that carpal tunnel is in fact a real thing.
That's spectacular.
Wow.
Do you know how badly I want to put your mom and Brandon in a room together right now?
The Canadian
it'd be
educational
disastrous.
system has crumbled.
You
Or
guys...
crumbled a long
I mean,
time ago,
she
apparently.
did spend half of her education time in England too, so it's on them as well.
God,
We
the
could-
British thing.
We could bring in a whole new audience if we made that a regular series. Just Brandon and Austin's mom talking on camera.
I don't know. I don't know if I can handle that.
The new podcast.
It's our new podcast.
That's what it's called. I don't know if I can handle that.
It's called Brandon and Austin's Mom, the podcast.
That's such a stupid name.
Have we told everybody? We talked about this on After Dark, but I don't know if we've told the channel public
What's that?
our idea for
The MUFO?
for a series about aliens, about UFO investigations.
Yes.
Yeah, we talked about Brandon and I. This is something we had like a year ago. I still kind of want to do it. I don't know if we'll ever find the time. But we had this idea of a podcast where we come at the whole alien abduction thing from the angle of, like, Brandon's actually looked into this stuff. I don't know anything, but I really want to believe, you know, like I'm the Fox Mulder of this whole thing, and Brandon is like even more Fox Mulder. It's not even like a Mulder and Scully. It's like Brandon already believes in all
Mulder and
that's
other
probably not true.
Mulder.
But like
Oh, I've seen some crazy shit.
Brandon
out there.
does believe, and I just want to believe, and then we just investigate all of the like theories and claims and things, right? And I came up with this really stupid name that I didn't want to actually call it. It was just this dumb name I came up with. And Brandon was like, "No, that's great. We should call it that." And it was UFO mofos.
It still cracks me up.
I love it.
So
It also sounds like you need 2 more people, so it's UFO.
UFO
but part of this premise is there's something called the MUFON network, which is the Mutual UFO Network, and it's this I want to call it a reporting agency. They have these people who are quote unquote trained in field exercises where they can go and investigate. They have a series of questions that they ask. You can go and you can investigate when people report sightings of things and find out information. So it's a way to log bits of information across a large area. You have people that get certified to do this type of thing to help the mutual UFO network so that they can collect all this information. And sometimes you'll see like mass sightings in different places. People will call on a thing they saw. Sometimes it can be explained away. Sometimes people aren't sure what it is. I myself have seen some crazy shit in the sky in the past, and I have no way to explain it. And
Okay, you know what? Can I stop you for a second?
Yeah.
That is a better title for that podcast.
What's that?
Crazy shit in the sky.
Oh, crazy shit in the sky. Okay,
pretty good.
That's funny, but
With diamonds?
what if it's a landed
Diamonds.
craft? Then you're out of luck.
I mean, you don't have to have the most accurate title. Like, it could be crazy shit from the sky.
From
I don't
the
know.
sky.
Yeah.
Tales from space. No,
Shit came from outer space.
The shit
And
came
like
from...
the SH are in brackets, so it looks like it says it came from outer space.
And instead of an asterisk, there's a flying saucer, like in between the H and the T. Right?
Yeah.
Or no, there's
Exactly.
there's like an alien. It's like an alien standing like an
Okay.
eye, right?
Sure.
Like a gray alien.
It's like AI, the
A Graylien.
the great Spielberg classic.
Oh yeah, you and I were just gushing about how much we loved that film the other day. Remember that?
Yeah.
I hate
Right.
that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Oh, haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't?
Uh-uh.
We should watch it. It's terrible.
Okay, take your word for it. Have you ever?
I like
seen,
watching Bad Things with Brandon.
Have you?
That's a good name for a podcast. Bad Things with Brandon. There's alliteration in there and everything.
Bad Things with Brandon.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any crazy shit in the sky that you?
I
can't
really
explain?
haven't. No, and when it was irritating because when I was in high school, I would and just after, like I would look for it, and I had not like a ton, but like I knew people that claimed to see things both with aliens and with like ghosts and stuff. There were a couple of occasions where somebody took me out to like a field or like a scary house or something, and like claimed that they had seen things there. We were supposed to go. I never saw anything.
You never saw it.
No, I would go look. We never see anything. Why are you guys laughing at me?
Just people brought me to a field. It was just really out of pocket and funny.
And it's not.
It
I'm
was
sitting
people
here
I
unfazed.
knew that I trusted. You know,
I'm unfazed.
it wasn't Brandon or anything.
Trust me, you're gonna see some crazy shit today.
You're not gonna believe the shit you're gonna see in this field.
He's gonna get
So-
probes.
When you say it like that, I feel dumb for having gone. But I was in a place in my life where I really wanted to, believe in like supernatural stuff or the unknown or
I mean,
I kinda-
sure. you want to believe, certainly.
I'm actually tearing up.
I'm done telling stories
There
to
you
you
go.
people. I'm not going to tell you about anything that happened to me past last year now.
Did you go to a field?
So when I was growing up, and
No, hold on. Before you go any further,
Okay.
Austin, if you knew somebody that you knew pretty well, that claimed that they had seen like a UFO or ghosts or something, and they wanted you to go see the place where it was, would you not go? Do you be like you must be full of shit? You just wouldn't go?
I don't even say yes when friends ask me if I want to go to a store with them.
Oh,
Let 'em
okay.
Go to a
All right.
field.
Well,
Yeah, if
remember
the bar
I mean, like,
is low.
Creepy house.
I probably wouldn't do it now,
Yeah.
but like you're fresh out of high school, like you're kind of
Hey, Kat, you want to go to the field
naive
where I
and
saw the
curious.
UFO?
No, like I said, I wouldn't go with you. No, I'm just kidding.
But also, if somebody were in a field and they saw a UFO, wouldn't it be less likely that the UFO would still be in the field?
No, but you
If it's
want to
just, like,
see
flying
the
by?
spot, see if you could find any evidence of this. Like, if someone tells you that they
Yeah.
saw a UFO and you go and there's no crop circle, or if there is a crop circle and it's compelling enough, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
Teddy put in a $10 super chat and says, "Cat, please, we talked about this. Stop letting random people take you to fields."
Unless it's the fields of dreams.
Yeah, but then there's like a voice talking to you, and then you gotta go on a road
But then
trip.
you would
and
believe. But those are the
kidnap
strange things you're hoping
James
to
Earl
see.
Jones. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's
I was a dumb kid. Like, I'm not gonna do it now.
I just love that like nothing you were saying was helping your case. Like, you're out of high school, you're of legal age. Like anything can happen.
No, that's not the point I was making.
In the mid '90s, there was this special on TV that was talking about UFO stuff, and they talked about this guy who had walked into a crop circle decades prior, and when he came out of the crop circle, suddenly he no longer felt changes in weather. He was just always the right temperature for him. It didn't matter. So they interviewed him, and they interviewed his neighbors, and he would talk about the fact that he would shovel snow in the winter in like short sleeves as if it was a nice summer day. And so my sister and I started referring to this guy
As a UFO mofo.
crop circle guy. Well, we used to regularly go to this restaurant called Perkins that had a large presence in our area. I don't know where else it was.
They were 24 hours, and they had pie.
And they were awesome. We used to go, but there was this guy at this particular Perkins that we went to, and he was looking back on it. This guy was a homeless man at the time, but he always wore like 15 jackets, even in the middle of summer. And so my sister and I nicknamed this guy Crop Circle Guy, because we figured he wasn't feeling the temperature differences out there like the guy on the television show that we'd watched. And I'll never forget that. Like, we're going on 30 years now, and I'll never forget that. Lives rent-free in my head.
Look, I'm out of this now because we drank some of this at a party the other day. So this is done. So I got to break into the other one here in a little bit.
You're supposed to throw it behind you.
Oh, I would, but that would break and shatter, and then
That would just disappear
I
with
mean,
the
you
remote.
I'll
say
forget
that.
it's back there, and then I'll step on it later, and that'll be bad.
Glass is not as robust as apparently computer monitors are.
Yeah, but see, we threw that hoping to shatter it. If I throw this right now,
It would definitely
it'll shatter. I'll be like, I don't want that shit, and then it will.
Yeah.
No, we had to throw that computer monitor 4 times. It kept sliding across the floor. It was embarrassing. We're trying to get this great shot where we just explode, and we not explode, but come apart, and then we could get, kind of. We're gonna do like maybe a slow motion thing with it.
I think-
never got exactly the shot we wanted.
I think just about every part of that is great. There was only one thing I wished you'd natively thought of when we shot that part of your movie, and that was after you throw the monitor and your desk is all disheveled, and we get the shot through the webcam. I wish the webcam had been upside down.
Yeah, me too. No, that would have been good. Teddy says, but Cap, think of the content. That's true. That's true. But watch me aim it wrong and break something. Like, I'll throw it behind me and I'll ruin something, and then I won't have any fun the rest of the show.
You'll accidentally
What if
bash
it's
me
like
in the head.
a Sigourney Weaver basketball shot and you get it just like perfectly, it lands on that little slab of cement floor that we can see. It gets perfectly
The problem is,
smashes
Brandon,
for everyone to see.
If I accidentally hit you with it, I would spend the rest of the show trying to convince everyone that it was an accident. They wouldn't believe it. They would think I did it on purpose.
Or that it was an AI setup that I'm actually not here.
You're not even here.
I'm just an AI.
We programmed it for you to get hit with a bottle.
It's no wonder he was so adamant earlier that I'm not an AI.
We set all this up from the top. I should have never told you guys that story about going out to a field. Hey, Austin, you said you had some cool comics you bought yesterday, and he had a really neat haul actually. And Austin doesn't usually buy singles, but he told me that he went to flea market and found some really neat stuff he couldn't pass up. The prices looked good.
They were, yeah. So these first three, they were just next to my pile, and I was like, oh, I'll show these two while I'm there, because I got them in the summer at a con, and the prices on them aren't what I paid. They were all discounted, but I'll show these off first.
They were even discounted because they weren't bad from even what.
No, these ones were, but the ones I sent you yesterday weren't.
Okay.
These are ones I got in the summer. So this is Revolt of the Super Pets. I got this other one with Crypto fighting a giant car robot. And then,
yeah, you told me about these two.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. This is the one where Crypto becomes Hollywood famous, and then Superboy poisons him, and that's how he gets out of it. And then this is another one with Super Pets. I got all of these just randomly, thinking they were funny, and then realized afterwards I got all Super Pets comics.
You started a collection that you never meant to start.
Exactly. So these were the ones I actually got yesterday. I got this. This is the issue, obviously, where Obadiah Stane takes over Stark International in the Denny O'Neil run. I got this Marvel fanfare issue. So I was with a couple people, and just while I was there, I was picking out stuff, and they were just throwing Man-Thing stuff at me as I was there. But I got this Howard the Duck, where he fights a big clown guy. This is this is the issue of Denny O'Neil's Iron Man where he fights Ironmonger. It's the only issue that he appears in suit.
Oh, that's cool. You got that. We talked about that on the Iron Man commentary.
Yeah, exactly. I got this random issue of a Lone Ranger comic.
Gold Key. Gold Key. So Gold Key did all the original Star Trek comics.
Okay. Sure.
That series begins from a series Bible when those writers and artists don't even know what the show looks like yet. So those first few issues are freaking weird looking. Very strange.
I got this Iron Man comic because MODOK was on it, and MODOK is always funny. I got this Daredevil issue, which is the run that I'm currently reading of Daredevil, which is the Nascenti run, and Typhoid Mary is cool. I got this issue of Wolverine. So basically, my dad gave me a few of these when I was a kid, and on the back they have Man-Thing and some other characters on it. You can see his arms going across, and that was what sparked my interest in Man-Thing as a child.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got the Son of Satan comic. You gotta love the Son of Satan. The first issue of Solomon Kane, which I was hoping to see if they had all 6 of this miniseries, but they didn't. But that's okay. The first issue of Suicide Squad.
That I have almost bought a few times.
Oh, cool. A reprint of Robin's first appearance, but my friends didn't understand that concept, so they were like, "Oh, that's cool. You have the first Robin comic." I'm like, I did not buy that for $5.
Even though that's got a barcode that's got the newer DC logo and it says $7 on it.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the death of Rick Flag from Suicide Squad. This is the Suicide Squad versus JLI crossover. And this is an issue where Rick Flag and Deadshot are fighting over assassinating a senator. And then a cool Man-Thing comic.
Oh, I'm glad you found a Man-Thing. What number is that?
This is number 10.
I'm still holding back a few for you when you make the trip down here.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, I could just send it to you, but I want to hold them hostage.
That's okay. Exactly. Yeah, every now and then Cap will send me a piece of the corner in the mail and be like, I've still got them.
Well, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put them out in a field, and then I'm going to take Austin out to a field to get them.
You have to explore this field to find each issue.
That's
Hey,
some
we're
real
gonna do it.
serial
We're gonna
killer shit
no,
right
we're gonna
there.
drive around in a dune buggy to pick up each comic,
Okay.
like in Nemesis.
Yeah, no,
with the
I was
B4
trying to remember
parts.
what it was called.
God, Brandon, why do I have to explain these
You
things?
didn't have to
you?
explain it. I was trying to remember what the name of
Oh,
the
okay.
Dune
Okay.
buggy was called in Nemesis.
It's called the Argo.
The Argo, that's right.
Austin, that's a
Austin
really good
Saw
haul,
Trap
man.
is a bunch of Man-Thing comics in a field.
I'm sorry, John, are you talking?
I said that's Austin's Saw Trap, just a bunch of Man-Thing comics in the field.
Yeah, pretty much.
On the relief.
But yeah, I was very happy with what I grabbed. It was some cool stuff.
My uncle's bought me a bunch of those like old Detective comic or Batman comic reprints. He just got me this one. That's the first Clayface appearance.
Yeah,
Which
cool.
Which
Hell
I already
yeah.
had in a trade, but you know, it was
Yeah.
a cool reprint. $7 worth of it, but it's cool.
You know, we were talking about big things that have happened in our lives, and something for you. I feel like I was inadvertently responsible for you getting back into new comic buying.
Yeah, you were. Sure. No, thanks for bringing that up. I wasn't even gonna do one because like I broadcast all the time and wear my life on my sleeves, so these guys know what I've been doing. But that's an excellent point. You were partly responsible for that. It was a 1-2 punch. Because it's not just getting back into comic buying at large, although I have collected a lot more this year than I have in probably 10. And I was actually looking at my comic collector app today, and I have logged this year 1,000 books.
Okay.
I have bought probably 600 or 700. It's hard to say how many that are logged or new. I'd have to go
Okay.
in and itemize it.
Sure.
Because I was I also got back hardcore into cataloging because most of my stuff is logged, but I realized that because I was just rearranging or not rearranging, but just getting my collection back up to stuff. I had 3 or 4 boxes of stuff that I'd never filed. I had
Okay.
stacks of stuff that needed to get put away. I had a bunch of things that weren't bagged and boarded. Like I had a lot of work to do, and so I did a bunch of that over the summer when I started getting back into comics. Partly because Brandon found this kick-ass collection that we did a video on that he bought for $60, and it was several short boxes and a couple of long boxes. And so on camera, we went through all of it. We unboxed it. It was one of the most fun things I did this year. That got me excited about comics again. Actually, it was more of a kind of a 2 punch. It was more 3 because
Okay.
it was finding Nerdtalgia, the comic shop I go to now.
Okay, sure.
And then the third thing, and like I'm in there once or twice a week now. I love those guys. I hang out with them all the time. And I didn't have a regular comic shop before that because I wasn't reading current. I just wasn't in comic shops. And then the third thing is this all kind of was a perfect storm because the industry itself is just in a better place now than it's been in a real long time,
Okay.
and there are a lot more things worth reading. So like Skybound Transformers helps a lot, and then Absolute Batman was finally the straw that breaks the camel's back, where I go, okay, fine, I'm back in comics. I'm back in the comic shop
It was
again.
the bane that breaks the bat's back.
That's real apt too, because then the very next arc after I started buying Absolute Batman was the Bane arc. So yes,
Okay.
well done. You wouldn't know that, but well done. Anyway, so that's what got me back into the whole thing. But you're right, like you did have a lot to do with that.
Yeah, that collection was it was so weird because it was kind of slow burn on my end. I was like, this thing was like, even if Kat didn't want this, we should pick it up because it was a lot of Batman stuff in there.
You could easily unload it for more than you paid it.
And
like it's ridiculous.
There was this guy. His dad had like run a comic shop somewhere in North Kansas, more north than we are in the northeast part of the state here, and like he couldn't for some reason tell me what the name of that comic shop had been. He was not that invested, but he had these comics that he had, kind of gotten over time, and he'd kept what he wanted, and there was just tons left. And I was like, how much would you sell the whole thing for? And then I got at Cap, and Cap was doing something else. He actually didn't get back to me. We left, having bought some things.
Would you believe I was in the middle of the Smallville stream with John?
And then
It was the only Smallville stream we did this year. That's when this happened.
Yeah, okay. So, and then we went back, and then we picked them up just in case, and then we heard back from Cap. But yeah, because it was just, it made too much sense to buy it, right? It made no sense to leave it.
I'm really glad you guys did that. No, in fact, the whole trajectory of my life could be different if you guys hadn't done that. It's it's kind of crazy because I've gotten so hardcore back into it. But no, so the other part of what I was saying earlier is, so then I'm cataloging stuff, and I realized I hadn't scanned hardly any of my trades.
Okay.
Into my collector app. Like, so I had to scan all my trades in, and then I keep finding random issues as I'm cataloging that just didn't get in there.
Oh.
And so I don't know at the moment how much I actually bought this year versus how much was there already that I had to add in. But it's definitely more than half. So it's probably $600 or $700.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, including some things I got today. So I went back to the flea market that I mentioned in the comic show this last week, where I got that pristine Simpsons #1 and a couple of other cool books. Today I bought X Factor 19, which is the first full appearance of the Horsemen of Apocalypse, which is also a really high grade, pretty book. This would probably grade at around a 9 or a 9.2. I would imagine. That looks really good. And then he's running a sale with his $2 books where everything's $1. And so he had like 13 issues of Spider-Girl, which is a series I collect, and I didn't have any of the... I collect it, but not super hardcore, so I get them when I find them. And it happened that everything he had were issues that I didn't. So that was exciting, because these are... You never find these for $1. So,
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes, I would have bought this for more than $1, but it was really exciting that it was only $1. Just stuff falling over here and there.
Like noises off camera.
That I'll show later.
So what flea market do you go to for comics?
Well, I just this booth just went in not too long ago at the antique shop on Metcalf. That's right next to the vintage stock there. So that has just turned into like
the Metcalf Antique Mall.
Yeah, that's just turned into like a nerd mecca right there. It's ridiculous. And it's this big corner booth that you see just shortly after you walk in. It's gigantic.
My sister apparently has a booth there too.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure out which one's hers.
She sells shadow boxes of mounted insects. Well, it's either there or
I wonder
at
how
the
well she does with
Glenwood,
that.
Which is right there too. The Glenwood Antique Mall. I think it's at the Metcalf Antique Mall though.
Okay.
That one, yeah.
No one knows what we're talking about or cares.
That's all right. It's all right. Anyway.
Yeah. And then my mom, Austin, got me the new Fantastic Four, which I appreciated because now I don't have to buy it.
There you go. You got it.
Live action?
I actually, yeah. It's the new Fantastic Four movie that just came out this year.
I had no idea.
See, that's how well they marketed that movie, folks.
I didn't even know we were getting another one.
But yeah, because it's Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, I think I might have actually heard something about that. Maybe that's why he hosted SNL.
Yeah, probably so, Brandon.
Anyway.
But yeah, I like to ask people for superhero movies that are not necessarily my favorite, or I mean, I like that movie, okay, but or that I just am not in a hurry to buy, because all of that's on Disney Plus, and that's one of the only things I still subscribe to. So I don't need it right away. Like, I'm not gonna immediately blow through the special features or anything. So I'll ask people that want to know, if I want something for Christmas for movies I'm not prioritizing, because they got to go back here eventually. So that was very nice of her. And she also got me, Austin, the Drew Barrymore Firestarter.
Oh, there you go.
I watched that for the first time this last October. It's really good.
I think it's just okay, but I'm a big fan of that book, and I just think it could have adapted better. But that new one is the most dreadful experience I've had in a long time. So
At least
Yeah,
you
so
weren't like, I
admittedly-
want Firestarter, and then she gave you that one.
she bought the newer one for herself. I don't know why she did that. Thank God she didn't buy me one.
Yeah,
Turns
admittedly,
out it
my
was
standard
actually
were-
for you, but then she heard you mention it, and she was like, "Oh, I only got you this one."
Yeah, admittedly, my standards were a little bit lower because I saw the new one first, so I was like comparing it to that. But
Oh, that would
I liked
immediately
it.
prime you for this to be a fucking masterpiece.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah, I need to read the book finally.
you should. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed that one.
Cap, have you seen the Dead Zone? I just
I-
got the 4K Blu-ray of that.
I haven't.
You should. It's really good.
I will do that.
It's got Christopher Walken in it.
I will probably completely forget to do that, but
Yes.
just keep harassing me until I do it.
As long
Have
as
you
you
seen-
watch The Life of Chuck, we're all good.
Yes. That one I will keep harassing you about.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. My sister got me a Funko toy that's not a pop figure. Have you guys seen these? Have you guys seen these soda cans?
I have one of them.
Do you have one of these? Which one do you have?
Are you pointing?
I have the
I'm
Green
pointing the
Lantern
wrong camera. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm pointing. Yes, because for the last 1,000 shows, it's been over here. Okay.
I would have said that anyway because I wanted to see it.
Oh, I thought you were just giving me shit.
I mean, I
okay,
was.
So she gave me the soda can figure. I'll show you the
Oh.
figure in a minute. So this is him from the Powerpuff Girls. My sister and I bond over the Powerpuff Girls. I actually used to buy her in the early 2000s Powerpuff Girls stuff that I would find at yard sales because just after or at the end of that show's run, I was just finding that merchandise everywhere. And I built her up a big collection of it. And I kind of wish I'd kept it all because eventually she sold it. And I wish she'd held on. She's kept all of her Iron Man stuff for me, though. So that's
Yeah.
good. Because also, I don't know if you know that. My sister loves Iron Man. She's like a big Iron Man fan.
Yeah, I think I've heard you mention that in other videos because when you said it, I was like, "Oh, that's right." Cap's sister really likes Iron Man.
So I buy her something Iron Man every Christmas. This is hilarious. She buys me this. It's wrapped like it's still got the plastic on it, and so she didn't open it, of course, and see what the actual figure looks like. And when I opened this, she was so angry with what the figure looks like that like she didn't like the gift she gave me, and it was wonderful. And she was like, she actually said this, "I'm gonna write them a bad review." And I was like, go ahead, they're going bankrupt.
That's funny. Oh boy.
So you guys ready to see this figure?
Yes.
Okay.
You've
This
hyped
is
it.
the kit. Now, it's much worse because they're actually showing you what the design is supposed to look like. So him is like a blue meanie from the Yellow Submarine. Like that's what he's based on. That's what he looks like. And he's supposed to be like this devil creature. And the joke is he's like androgynous and you can't really tell what gender he's supposed to be. And he's just like this creepy devil character, right? Like that's him. This is the figure they made.
What?
No.
That's the
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
she's gonna write them.
Looks like a Green Goblin repaint.
Why does he have a six
Probably
pack?
is.
Like, yeah, no, it's
he's swole.
terrible.
Is it soda?
I kind of love it for how horrible it is. So, are these all like this, Robert? Like, what does yours look like?
I don't have that on me right now. But It's fine. It's just a Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Like it's just like a standard little Green Lantern figurine.
It's not like a repainted
Looks better.
Doc Ock, but like they
No.
painted it to look like the arms are coming from his hand.
Yeah, he doesn't look like AI made him. Like,
No.
okay. I mean, seriously, this is like what I know I'm going to AI too much tonight, but this is like what an AI image generator would come up with for him, right?
Yes.
Anyway,
I also didn't know that him was based off the Blue Meanie. That's so weird.
yeah, go back and look at the Blue Meanies. That's what he looks like.
I do know the blue meanie. He looks like a raspberry, but he's blue. I love the blue meanie. He's my favorite character.
Yeah. I also recently got. I'm just showing you shit on my desk now. I also recently got. I showed Austin the Funko Nightfall Batman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that looks cool.
He looks rad.
I want
But
that.
someone needs to explain to me why he's the only figure of the normal size I've ever bought that is on a permanent base.
Because it's so extreme.
Like, why? Why? It's so weird.
The mag.
They've only done this with, like, dioramas and stuff in the past. Like, and it kind of makes me wish they were all like this, because sometimes they don't stand the best, and they'll topple over, and I kind of like it better on a stand.
Maybe he was impossible to stand, so they had to put him on a stand.
No, that's the thing, though, is that when they have that,
Yeah.
they put a hole in one of the feet, and they give you a small disc that it goes on.
Oh.
So like, they already had a fix for
Oh.
that. They've been doing that for years. Why is he on a
Maybe he's
base?
too heavy for a disc.
No, he's not any heavier than a lot of the others, and that's never been an issue before. Like, they'll just make a somewhat wider disc if that's the case. No, there's no explaining this. But, and it's funny because my complaint is not he
You should
shouldn't
leave
be
them
on
a
it.
bad review.
Yeah, my there's no reason.
They're already going bankrupt.
They're already going bankrupt. My complaint is not he shouldn't be on a base. My complaint is they all should be. I wish they all had this.
Can I see him for a moment?
I think most of the Star Wars ones are on bases.
Really?
I think. No,
Was
a
I
lot
just-
of them are.
I've never bought Star
Well, I know
Wars.
they're not on a moon.
That's no moon.
The other thing that's shocking to me about this, Robert, is just how long it took for them to make this one.
I'm glad they did.
Like,
Like, it
just-
looks awesome. I mean,
It's just
this is
surprising
neither
that
here nor there.
Nightfall took this long.
Yeah, I do have my Scrooge Batman behind me. Except
With
this
his
one, like the
See?
disc
See, he's
it
got the
comes
disc.
with, like it.
Oh yeah.
No. This is a much bigger one.
That's
that
true.
I have for it.
But just
it's
so
because-
Brandon can see though, that's what they look like, but
Yeah,
they're just
sure.
small. They're a little smaller.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the actual one, but like it does not stay on. Like, so this one does not support it well. So
Gotcha.
this is a NECA figure stand I use,
Oh, good.
and it actually stands up. So you gotta improvise sometimes.
I've got that, and it's upstairs right now with my Christmas decor, because I've got like 4 Christmas Batmans that I actually decorated with them this year.
You know, we could 3D
Nice.
print some cool stands for some of your ones if you wanted to.
That'd be good. And actually, I'd like to talk to you at some point about maybe 3D printing some stands for cartridges for video games.
Oh,
I think,
that'd be
I think
cool.
that'd be really cool.
So and it's even better, we whatever we 3D print, you can totally paint.
yeah. I'm sorry. I know this is riveting to everyone.
This would be relatively simple though.
The last thing I want to show real quick is I got something in the mail today from Connor, which I knew was probably coming and was really excited about it. And Connor was so cool at Christmas this year, and he did not have to do that. So he sent me some Arrow releases that I have not been prioritizing physical media. I've been buying so many comics, and he rightly so was concerned that I would not get this stuff before they ran out, because a lot of this you have to pre-order, and it just wasn't on my radar. I wasn't thinking about it, and I should have been. But so he got me the mask, and he got me Spawn. It's still nuts they did an Arrow release for Spawn. He also got me separately. This just came today. The Arrow release for the Ninja Turtles trilogy. And I'm gonna pop this open and show you guys some of what came in this box, because it's such a cool release. And what I'm shocked by, I kind of wish I'd waited to unbox it until I was on the stream, so I could have reacted to it. I can't believe I'm saying this. The coolest thing in this box is from 3,
Oh,
and that's amazing. Just like. I'm not saying that they seem to have reverence for 3. They just did a cool thing from 3. And the reason that I guarantee you that they did not have a lot of reverence for 3, for obvious reasons, is because when you look at the back of the box, you see the litany of special features on each disc for each movie, and they get progressively thinner. So
the list on the first movie is like insanely long.
the blurb for disc 1, there's so much stuff. I almost did it again, Austin. There's so much stuff. And then for 2, it's half as much. And for 3, you have to squint to see what the special features are. It's amazing. This was a big deal because we never had a release that had hardly any special features at all, even for 1. And there's a lot of information out there for 1, but we never really had a good release with a lot of features. I am happy to report that 3 apparently has a new commentary with the director, and I'm very excited to listen to that. That must be wonderful. And there's a couple of interviews, and so there is some stuff for 3. But anyway, I just want to show you guys some of the stuff that comes with this. So I've learned that these beefier Arrow releases always come with posters, and they usually come with some kind of a cool behind-the-scenes book. And so this is a like menu for a pizza place, and then it's like the Mask release. It's just a pretty thick book with a lot of cool images and information. And then each individual movie, when you open the boxes, come with a poster for that movie, but then the box itself comes with an additional poster.
Nice.
And each of these are two-sided. And most of the time you get, like, the 2 major posters for a movie. The Max did that, Spawn did that. With this, you get the famous poster from 1, and then you get the scroll from 3. And that's the coolest thing in that movie. I always thought that drawing was really cool. And I think it's the coolest thing they put in this box. I think it's super neat that that's there. And Brandon, in Ninja Turtles 3, they show you this at the beginning of the movie, and then it all goes downhill from there. But it is the coolest thing in that movie, and I think it's the coolest thing in this box. I love that that's there.
So, will you keep do you ever take the posters out like that and frame them? Not that I see around your house, generally speaking.
No, because I don't
keep them in the boxes.
So far, I have. I don't have a lot of releases like this that have posters. Like only recently have I had the option to do anything with this stuff, because Connor was neat and sent me these.
Well, I guess that's true.
The only problem with framing them is they were folded. So I mean, you've got the creases in them.
Sure.
So like I don't know if I want to do that, but the scroll is cool. So like I'm tempted. And then I wasn't really expecting I guess I should have there to be new covers for these, but the covers are really nice, and the one for 1 is really good. With the Shredder helmet. You haven't bought this yet, have you, Robert?
I haven't been able to get it. I need it. I know John got the 4K.
Oh, did you get it, John?
Yeah, I've got it right here.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting here showing all of this, and I just assumed nobody else here had one, but John's got one. John could pull all this shit out along with me.
I was actually thinking when you showed the poster, I unfolded that to look at it, but I didn't look at it too hard, and I don't know 3 very well, so I had no idea like what I was looking at on the other side of that big poster. Like, it looks cool. I don't know what this is from, but
watch 3 again. Yeah, because it's them in the feudal Japan suits. Because the idea is there's like, I guess the idea is either there's like a prophecy where there will be turtles, or they always went back in time. I don't know.
There will be turtles.
There will be turtles, but the one for 2 is amazing. So it's Super Shredder. And then at the bottom is the Vanilla Ice concert, and it's perfection. It's just spectacular. And then even the one for 3 is just more epic than it has any right to be. You would think that movie was a cost more to make than it did. I guess I'll say it that way. And then the back of the box
it had high production.
Yeah, and then the back of the box has the ooze canister, which is cool. That alludes to the fact that the secret of the ooze is that there's ooze.
That's the secret.
We gotta do
the secret of the ooze is that there's ooze.
Oh.
There's no real secret to the ooze.
So they should have called it The Secret Is Ooze.
Well, you see, Brandon, originally, yeah, sure. Originally, there was a secret of the ooze, and they gutted all of the substance from that movie.
Oh.
So the idea was, I say substance. They gutted all the mythology. They gutted all the cool cartoon stuff. So the secret of the ooze was supposed to be that it came from Dimension X, and they were going to be setting up Krang and stuff, and they just didn't do it. Yeah. Anyway,
the ooze is a substance. Speaking of substances.
Yes, but it's not the substance.
They removed the substance, but kept the substance.
Kind of ooze.
That's true. But it's like a black ooze.
Like Armus.
If anybody's curious, all of them have like trading cards and stuff in them.
Yeah, I didn't break them open and show the trading cards, but that was also cool. Yeah. Each set has those.
One of these has like the pizza card. I think it's 2.
Yeah.
Has like a card you can redeem it for the pizza. Cap, we got to do the trilogy commentary stream now.
Oh, do we? Do we have to go back and do all 3 of them again?
All 3 in one night.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure people are gonna get really sick of me just doing the same 5 movies all the damn time.
Can we do that
like
to the future sometime?
Austin and I have already done the 1990 Turtles again for like the 3rd time on the channel or whatever.
Well,
no, and I picked that for a vote, and Cap got annoyed at me for doing it. He's like, I've said my piece on it. And I was like, I thought you'd be happy and excited.
And then, no, I'm sorry about that. It was a really fun commentary. And I mean, like, people watched it, it went well. Back to the Future?
We can do the alternate
can we do that
UK
all in one
version
time?
I wouldn't mind doing a back to Back to the Future. Back to the back.
Back to the Future.
Doc, are you telling me we gotta watch all 3 Back to the Futures back to back? Shit, I'm late for school.
That was pretty good.
The other night, Austin and I went back and forth for 10 minutes and just did that with things because Austin was like, you put anything in there, it's funny. It doesn't matter what it is. Like,
are you telling me?
Yeah, I was saying to Cap, I was like, that's probably the thing I quote the most from that movie. Is I love just throwing that at people, where they'll start to tell me something, and I was just like, "Are you telling me?" And then you like repeat exactly what they said, and just end with, "Shit, I'm late for school." It's always funny.
Are you telling me that Reebok used to be more popular than Nike? Shit, I'm late for school. It's funny with anything.
Yeah, literally anything. Yeah, it always works.
No, I like that idea because we haven't done Back to the Future in a million years. And
it's been a while. It'd be fun.
Yeah, I'd do that. We do it with Men in Black because we've never done a commentary on 3. Now I wouldn't go all the way to international because fuck that movie, but I do the first 3.
Yeah, up to 3.
Yeah.
And Cap, your Turtles box set, you have the Blu-rays, right? Because
I'm gonna assume these are the Blu-rays. Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, because he has the clear cases. The 4Ks are just black.
Gotcha.
He sent me those because I don't have a 4K player, and I never have, and so he knows I can't play 4K. And a lot of 4Ks will also come with Blu-rays, but I don't think that set does.
It does.
Yeah, we're getting more and more of that stuff that doesn't also include Blu-ray.
Especially the boutique releases.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when Blu-rays were still, somewhat like the singular Blu-ray was sometimes more expensive than the Blu-ray DVD combo? So
that's true.
I would go and get I would go get the Blu-ray DVD combo because I couldn't afford a Blu-ray player.
Are you telling me the Blu-ray is more expensive than the Blu-ray DVD combo? Shit, I'm late for school!
So that's how I built up my Blu-ray collection, was buying the combos.
Is that the whole story?
That's the whole story.
Marty, I hit my head on a toilet, and it made me realize I gotta buy the combo packs.
Arrow's been doing a lot of Warner Brother releases this year, like Spawn and New Line specifically. But
yeah, a bunch of New Line.
The '90s Lost in Space got one around.
Did it really?
Yeah,
I would be interested in that.
The artwork looks awesome, and then they did a few slasher movies, like the Friday the 13th remake got one, Jason X got one.
The New Line ones.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I had to have Jason X on 4K, so I got this.
The
So
only
bizarre.
explanation for Spawn getting one is they just went through New Line's catalog. Like, that's the only explanation.
Yeah.
It's weird
WB
that-
was like, New Line, you haven't had like a ton of revenue lately. What's up with that? And they're like, oh shit, Arrow, do you want to license out a bunch of our movies?
You want to make
I was
our
hoping,
stuff look way better than it was? You want
I
to
was
do?
hoping they'd do Freddy
You want to do
versus
pristine
Jason.
releases that make our shit look like Citizen fucking Kane? Yes, we do.
I mean, New Line made good stuff. It's not the stuff that they're putting out at Arrow, though.
I mean,
It is weird that Arrow isn't putting out the Nightmare on Elm Street release, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Warner Brothers did that themselves, and then apparently just nobody's going to do Freddy versus Jason. It makes me sad.
Oh.
you would have thought that they would have done it with just the first Turtles. It's really bizarre they did a trilogy box set.
Mm. Yeah, and
A
some
lot of
people,
those-
some people are mad about that.
I
A lot
bet
of those-
because it's expensive, so you have to pay like $70-$75 for the 3, and like we're making fun of 3, but like 2 is still a step down from 1. Like, that movie's fun, but like it's not remembered like 1, obviously. So you're right, Robert. There's probably a lot of people that would want that set that are like, why do I have to have the other 2? Why am I spending 3 times what I'd be spending?
I've seen that happen a couple of times, and usually it's whatever like agreement they have with the studio. Scream Factory did a box set of Halloween 6, 7, and is it 8? I can't remember the order.
Yeah, it was 6, H2O, and Resurrection. Yeah.
Yes.
John, you're gonna have to speak
And-
directly into the mic, man. We can't hear you.
I don't know why it's doing that again. But Scream Factory had to come out and say like they are not legally allowed to sell them individually because of the agreement with whatever studio.
Weird.
Mhm.
Tyler says I've never
Yeah,
watched
who
an
knows
After
why
Dark.
studios do what they do?
Tyler says I've never watched an After Dark, so Cap cursing keeps throwing me off. I apologize. I feel really bad about that.
Yes, George, you have to swear. God damn it.
Yes,
Whatever
George.
that
God
line
damn
is,
it,
I don't
swear.
remember. There is something.
That
I
was
threw it
Back
in
to
a
the Future
blender,
reference.
but I got there.
Brandon, I don't know if you caught that.
I did not.
But that was a
I
Back to
was
the
not,
Future reference.
I was not thinking about it. No, I understand it now.
Do you need to go to bed?
I am getting
Because
tired.
it's getting
Yes.
late and you have to go back to work
I have to work in the morning.
at the job that you got that pays you an income.
Back to the workplace.
Okay, so I have not seen a super chat in a while, and so I'm gonna just do this anyway because I haven't tried this yet, and I'm curious as to how it tastes, and I'm feeling too sober, so I'm gonna try this off-brand Brady's Irish Cream. Let's see how this is.
Brady's.
Yeah,
okay.
Brady's. Let's try this.
I've never wanted to try Irish cream. Ugh.
Did you take 2 shots for Teddy's last super chat?
I did it both
Just don't
times.
remember.
Yeah.
Did it both times. Because I know how to
I think we were all
count.
talking and he was doing it in the background.
I know how to count, Robert. In fact, that might have even been back when you could see me do it with 2 completely different camera angles. I'm not sure. All right, let's try this. That tastes actually not that far away from what I was just drinking. It's a little stronger. And a little thicker. A little creamier. But that's not that far away from the bourbon. Yeah, that's good. A little chalky aftertaste, though.
Chalky.
Ugh.
Oh.
That doesn't sound good.
No. Tyler, I didn't mean it as a
a little bit
bad
of the
thing.
chalk in there.
Oh, thanks, Tyler. Tyler likes the way I swear. Thanks, man. Hey, John. I got Mikey. He let me borrow these for the show, so I wanted to show these to you because you're the only person that's going to care. Robert, you're not a Power Rangers guy, right?
Really?
Anyway, so John, I got
Moving on.
I got Jason a couple of the new Playmates toys, and Playmates has been getting a lot of crap for going back and just doing Mighty Morphin and just making like a lot of the same stuff that we've had in years past, and for a kid audience that's probably not there. But I feel like some of us owe them a little bit of an apology for at least this toy, because they did a Blade Blaster, and Mikey's wanted this for a couple of months. He's been really excited about this, so I got it for him for Christmas. Say a couple months, longer than that. And we've never had a Blade Blaster toy. So it's cool they finally made one. So the Blade Blaster in the show was a gun that also becomes a knife, and it's just a neat toy. It's like you pull that back, and then the blade comes out, and then you fold this down, and now it's a blade, and then you flip it back.
It's a dinosaur head too. That's cool.
Yeah, because everything was dinosaur themed.
Yeah.
Let's take him down.
And it's also Rudolph
voices
the
are
red-nosed
very
reindeer.
these voices are very silly. As soon as I played some of these sounds, Jason goes, well, I don't know who that is.
Let's blast him.
You just said that.
He's a guy
That
Santa's
is
sleigh.
generic Kimberly, it sounds like.
That's who it's supposed to be. Anyway, so that's cool.
Okay.
And then I also got Mikey the new Morpher they did, which is, of course, just kind of cheap in plastic and doesn't look as good as some of the Morphers we've had in the past, because the last several times we've done Morphers, they've been die-cast.
Yeah, those are neat.
But it is not, and I've got one, but it is nice to have a cheaper one for kids that you don't have to worry they're going to break, and these are, or you don't have to worry if they break them because you paid so
Right.
much for them. So these are $15, and they come with all the power coins. But what's nice is, or they come with the 5 anyway, but you put a power coin in, and the technology knows which coin you put in, so it immediately starts having voices for the character that you put it
That's
in.
cool.
The voices sound silly, but it is kind of neat that it knows what power coin is in it. And I got
That's better than what I thought. I was like, is that just like a plastic rectangle? But at least it can do that. I was like,
no, it's just
not...
it also makes annoying sounds and things, so I wasn't gonna do all that. But let me. It's not on.
Okay. It's a plastic rectangle with noises.
Yeah, that's
exactly called a phone.
Well, you just you pretend like you're morphing.
Okay, then it like opens up, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it does.
That's
cool
really
stuff.
cool. Those are still some of my favorite morphers. At some point I want to get one of the die-cast ones.
Yeah, and like
I've actually
the legacy stuff is really expensive now and hard to get. And
yeah, I've actually started watching some or getting back into some of the Sentai. Like I've been watching Shinkenger, and it's really good. Because Samurai is terrible.
yeah, I need to finally do some of that.
Do you?
But yeah, I got my twins. The mask they put out. So Cassandra really likes Pink Ranger, and Selena always wants to be a Red Ranger. She doesn't care about the yellow shit. She wants to be a Red Ranger. So I got them a Pink Ranger mask and a Red Ranger mask, and they're not happy that they didn't get morphers. So they're gonna spend some of their Christmas money and get their own morphers, and then all 3 of them are gonna have morphers. So that's the next thing I have to do, is I have to go to Walmart and pick up more morphers. I have to make a morpher one, as it were.
Robert's really sick of hearing me talk about Power Rangers.
No.
Oh, I can
No,
tell. That's why I'm
very
still
casual.
doing it, actually.
Yeah. No, because you get Hayden and I in a voice chat, and that's all we talk about.
It's true.
Yeah, is Hayden
I mean,
still here?
yeah.
Hayden, did you get to see the Blade Blaster? It's fucking cool.
Well, no, he'll hate it because he always complains about just getting Mighty Morphin merchandise.
Oh, well, then he can go to hell. It's fine. But we did a Mighty Morphin game because he got all the board game. He got a bunch of the board game stuff. And did I tell you that story, John?
I don't think so. I mean, he told me that you guys had played that. But...
Well, I had to teach him how to play it, and I offered when he started getting into it, because I said, come on, a call with me, and I'll show you how to play it. And he was like, okay, that sounds good. And then a couple of days later, he starts sending me questions through Messenger about how the game works because he was trying to wing it with friends. And I was like, dude, the instructions aren't written well. It's a complex enough game. You're not gonna figure it out doing it that way. It took me a month to learn it. And he was like not even that it's that hard to play. It's just the instructions aren't that well written. And so they gave up in the middle of it, which is exactly what I thought would happen. And then a couple of days later, I played it with him, and I was like, dude, why didn't you just wait until we played it? But we had a really good game. We had a lot of fun.
He sent me a photo of one of the expansion packs, and it has Primitor in it from
Yeah.
Ranger.
I painted
that
him.
might have sold me on the game because that is my favorite Mighty Morphin monster.
Oh, really?
Lord Zed. So that episode is one of like 2 that I had on VHS tape as a kid, and so that episode is the single most rewatched episode of Power Rangers of all time for me. I watched it a lot. I love that episode.
He was kind of boring to paint, though.
Yeah, I can see that because it's really just like two colors with a
Yeah,
little bit of red in there.
a lot of white. I mean, he basically looks like a Mugatu. Brandon.
All right. Snow.
I mentioned this a few streams ago, but I actually got Mighty Morphin season 1 through 3 in those steel books before they went out of print during Scream Factory's last Power Ranger sale.
I'm
And
very jealous of those. Those were pretty.
Yes. Although I'm a little upset because I found out that in the box set that they did when they originally announced it, there was a 4th steel book, which is for the movie, and that steel book is the White Ranger helmet. And I don't love the White Ranger suit. I prefer green, but on that steel book it looks really nice.
That's probably really hard to get now.
Yeah, because they never sold that one individually.
That sucks.
So I went over to my sister's the other day. We did a Christmas thing.
Brandon was like, I gotta find a way to change the subject.
No. This is on. I went over there, and there was something on the TV, and I was looking at what was on the TV, and it was these very colorful, like motocross dirt bikes, and I thought to myself, oh, those look like Power Rangers colors, and I came to find out that I was actually looking at something Power Rangers related on the screen, and I don't know which Power Rangers it was, but I could just tell
You were
from
looking
the
at
color
Power
scheme.
Ranger dirt bikes?
But it was Power Rangers. They were riding dirt bikes in the show, and I don't know.
That happens.
But I'd never seen that happen before. I could just tell from the color scheme.
Was it?
That it was Power Rangers.
Oh, okay.
It sounds kind of like Ninja Storm, because I know there's some specific episodes with that in it.
Were they in costume or were they just?
They were
kids
not in costume.
So that means, I mean, it could have been a number of things possibly, because I'm sure there's like, kids riding dirt bikes in other episodes, but they do that in the opener of season 2 when they introduce Zed. There's this obnoxiously long, hilarious, like it's a 3-parter, and they keep cutting back to this dirt bike race for like ever. They just keep cutting back to it. It might have been that. It's possible that's what you saw. I don't know.
Very interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna have to run. I've got to get up in the morning, so I'm gonna call it a night here at midnight.
Well, thanks for being here, man.
Thanks for having me.
I'm
it
glad
was
you
lovely to see all of you. Austin,
Yeah, good
as
seeing you,
always.
Brandon. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Happy
Christmas.
New Year, and Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
That's and a Happy New Year. That's my shit.
He's wearing it.
Oh, yes,
see that?
indeed you are.
That's what he's got. It's
That's
awesome.
great. All right, well.
He's wearing it, and you're laughing.
On that note, you all have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
I will do. All right, I will see myself out.
Bye.
I'm supposed to do a countdown when the dogs start barking at Brandon.
It's the ball drop.
Well, that already happened. It's
Last-
past midnight here.
Oh.
Last thing I wanted to ask you just about Power Rangers is, did you see that Prime is ending?
John, we were so off the topic.
No, I'm glad
We were
he
finally saved.
Real quick though, Austin, I'm glad he brought this up. No, I had not seen that, but I'm not surprised. I mean, what do you think the sales are on that? Like, there's no way anybody's reading that.
I don't know who that's for. Hayden had to explain to me that one of the characters is from Megaforce.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anything about Megaforce. I've heard that season's awful.
Yeah, and most of it's made up characters.
Yeah.
No, it just reads
don't
like, it just reads like her fan fiction. That I can't think of that writer's name right now. And I really, it's on the tip of my tongue. But I really liked her before, and then she reboots her own material, and just writes her own shitty fanfic.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know anything about Samurai, but from what I understand, Lauren Shiva's like the best part of that. So I'd be fine taking that character and doing something with it.
Yeah,
but
me too. I didn't have a problem with that, and I thought the art in the first issue was decent, and I thought that setup was okay. Although the status quo was wacky, and I don't really love that. I don't need a like Eltarian run Earth where like Power Rangers are illegal, and then like VR troopers like run everything. Like it's just, the whole thing is bizarre. It's very fanficky.
it is. I feel like I would care more if the whole team was just made up of like Rangers from different shows, like actual characters, not made up ones.
Yeah, me too. But that's already a risk because we tried that before and it was bad.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because that's and I think you've read that stuff. That was Beyond the Grid, and it's
Yeah,
bad.
that's oh god.
Remember
One
that?
of those boring comic of all time.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing happens for like 20 issues. They're stuck on a spaceship. Who cares?
No, I'm glad that they're ending that. But you got to really wonder what they'll do after that.
If they're smart, I would just do like a few mini-series and do different eras. Try to draw in different readers.
Yeah. It
'Cause I don't
doesn't.
know if you can do another Mighty Morphin reboot.
It doesn't have to be a consistent ongoing. I think for a while that would be smart, just to kind of give everybody their fix. And I mean, they did that with
Time
some
Force book.
pretty good graphic novels, like Time Force got one, and Space got the Psycho
need to read
Rangers
that.
one that's really good. And they did Soul of the Dragon with Tommy.
I
and
liked
that.
I
that
remember
was
liking Soul of the
kinda
Dragon. I actually have
beloved
that around
and-
here somewhere.
I thought it was so-so, but everybody else likes it more than me. So what do I know?
That is a trope that I am kind of tired of. Just the like old man hero coming out of retirement. But I remember liking that one well enough.
No, RJ Godzilla. It's not Kelly Sue DeConnick. It's a a woman who wasn't previously a comic writer, and it was actually the smartest person they could have gone to. I was shocked that they went to her, because it was, she came on for the last couple of big arcs and did a lot of just really fun, cool fan servicey stuff right at the end. She put Zed in a ranger suit and gave him a morpher, and she did like a Mistress Vial and all that fun stuff. And previously she had been like the keeper of Power Rangers for Saban. So her job was to take licensees through Ranger School and teach them what the concept was, and what the feel of the show was, and what the whole point of all of it was. And so she knew her continuity backwards and forwards. It was the smartest person you could ever go to.
So I didn't know that, and having just read Prime, I didn't read her stuff before that. If you had told me that, like when I started Prime, I would have been shocked, because that does not feel like a Power Ranger lore expert. It feels like somebody just throwing stuff at a wall.
Yeah,
and
but
her
read
name
her
is
previous
Melissa
2
Flores.
arcs, because they do.
Yeah, I need to read that stuff. I mean, Zed with
Thank you, Melissa
Morpher is
Flores.
just awesome.
I just couldn't think of her name. I've been drinking, and I just couldn't think of her name.
No, Zed with a Morpher is something that I need in a show at some point.
I know. You had to have it.
Although not the like crappy Zed from the last, was it the last show that they did?
I know, but Master Zed
So
was pretty
bad.
cool, and they're putting him in the last wave of the board game, and I'm gonna get to paint that, and that's exciting.
That's awesome.
And we're also getting playable Zordon, which I've wanted all the way back, John. So they're doing the Zordon from the comic that has like a robot suit, and then he's got the dome on his head, and
Awesome.
they're making it so that you can it's a plastic dome, and you can take that off his head so you can paint his head, and then you put the plastic dome back on.
That's awesome. So I know they bring back Goldar, Rita, and let me just tell you, I just jumped into that Once and Always special, having no idea what current Power Rangers looked like, and was shocked that Rita was back. Did they ever bring Zordon back, or is just his sacrifice meant nothing?
So, and then I promise you guys will move on from this. It's so bizarre the way they handled it, because Once and Always ends with this cliffhanger of maybe Billy will still figure out a way to bring him back. And then Cosmic Fury ends on almost the exact same scene. Like,
awesome.
They do it again. Like, you'd think they'd bring him back in that show. No, that show ends, if memory serves, with someday we'll bring Zordon back. And I'm like, yeah, it never happened.
Having not watched the Neo Saban or Hasbro era, I think it was a mistake to bring any of that continuity back. You should have just kept doing the one-off seasons that had like loose connections here and there.
Yeah, I agree in principle, but I actually had fun with Cosmic Fury.
And I do need to watch some of that because I've heard some of that is all right.
Yeah,
I watched half the pilot of Samurai after watching the Shinkenger pilot, and was like, I can't do this. No,
that's right. Now I will say, I've never watched through Cosmic Fury not talking over it.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the stuff I enjoyed in it. Anyway, we can talk about something else.
Robert, watch Power Rangers.
We've got like
I have. You made me watch all 3 movies. I think that's rough.
No, you gotta watch RPM.
Well, yeah.
Robert's gonna kill me.
No.
Hey, we didn't hear from John through a lot of the streams, so I let it stay on Power Rangers so John got to contribute.
I mean, all I heard was wah 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 wah.
Good grief.
That's what Austin hears when Power Rangers comes up because he refuses to watch it.
It's true, yeah. I've seen some Power Rangers.
Well, I mean, like I've always said, that's a thing you're just not gonna appreciate or get if you weren't there. Like, that is 100% a nostalgia thing.
Yeah, you had to be a kid to and see it.
No, you had to, and like I freely admit that. Like, and you know, we've got more sophisticated stuff in comics now. I don't know that most people could even be brought in by that. Like, maybe I think there has to be at least an inkling of connection with it in the first place. If it had been presented that way initially, or if you did such a drastically different version of it in comics, where then it would just be a different thing. But like, I think you could get adults to like a tokusatsu. I don't think specifically Power Rangers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's a genre issue. I think it's a Power Rangers issue.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm still new to the Japanese stuff, but so Hayden has been making me watch Kamen Rider X-Aid, which is like video game themed, which you might enjoy.
I love how John's like, okay, we're done talking about Power Rangers, so now let's talk about Kamen Rider.
Oh, okay. I'll just stop talking.
But Austin, to be fair, like, we all have that franchise, right? Like, when you say, you know, we're talking about Power Rangers, and it just kind of goes over your head, and you know what we're talking about, and you kind of space off. Like, we definitely have people in our audience that do that when you talk about Transformers.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, I'm just saying, like, we all have those
we all
franchises.
have. I know. I know that. Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about now?
Well, I'm going to have to go not too long from now. I actually have to get up and go on a trip tomorrow. I have to take 2 trips every Christmas. It's always, we go to my wife's mom's house, and then we come back for Christmas Day, and then we turn right back around and go an hour past her mom's house to her dad's house. We do this every year.
Sound happy about it.
I just wish we could make one trip. I don't know, but it just doesn't really work out that way. I don't know, like I can't be happy any way we do it, because I also like being at my house for Christmas with all the kids we have, because it's not practical to bring all the presents and have them unwrap at other people's houses. So like, part of the reason we make 2 trips is because I want to be home on Christmas, but I wouldn't like it either way. Like it would be irritating to me if we stayed out there that we're not at home for Christmas, but I'm also irritated that we have to make 2 trips. And so, like, it's nobody's fault. It's just not a
Fucking
great situation.
Christmas.
You know who I'm upset with, though?
God, for having a son this day.
No. Well, actually, sort of, because I don't know why the holiday everybody travels for has to be the coldest time of year. Like, our whole society is impractical. It's like, why couldn't you have put that in the summer? It's ridiculous. Although this year, it's going to, at least around here, it's going to be like the warmest Christmas ever. A guy told me in a store today, the liquor store where I bought this off-brand Bailey's Irish Cream. This guy at the counter, and I didn't look this up yet, because I had heard we were going to have a warm Christmas, and that it was going to be like 45, 50 degrees on Christmas. And I was like, wow, it's going to be really warm. He goes, no, they've changed it. He said 72. And I was like, what? It's going to be summer weather on Christmas?
That's what it is here.
It's fucking nuts. Right now?
What are you doing? Basically.
That's insane, dude.
Not here. I'm having like the harshest winter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You got all of that.
Blizzard every week.
See, like, I'm of 2 minds about that, because on the one hand, it doesn't feel like Christmas when it's warm. On the other hand, I have to travel a lot, so I don't have to deal with weather. So, like, that's nice.
The weather's kind of been all over the place here. Like right now, it says it's 46 degrees, but like literally just a week ago, it was -2.
Nice. No, I've never at my parents' house. We never actually had snow on Christmas Day. We usually got snow after. But there was one year where we were traveling and visiting family elsewhere for Christmas, where we didn't get snow there, but there was snow. So like the one year my home actually got snow on Christmas was the year we missed it, and I was very upset about it. Because yeah, in the desert we usually don't get snow until like January or February.
Yeah, it's I think. I guess last year there was quite a bit, but the year before we only had like 3 snows the entire like winter, and then this year it started really early, and it's just been nonstop.
Well,
Exactly, just hell. Oh, we love it. We love the snow. But yeah. So it's gonna be like a hardcore white Christmas here, probably.
Wow. We've had 1 snowfall so far, and it was like 2 inches, and it was gone in 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we usually have our roughest, like, snow and ice stuff further into the next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, like,
yeah,
February,
same here,
March.
yeah.
And a lot of years more recently, we'll have stuff all the way into April. It's crazy.
Yeah, I usually hear it's like the April's when you get like the last big snowfall.
Oh, we never used to have that when I was a kid. It's like even the weather is different.
Mm-hmm.
you're nostalgic for old weather.
Yeah, exactly.
God's just setting us up to be like, and now here's old weather. It's back.
RJ Godzilla. Now we're talking about the weather.
new Coke.
Look, it's Christmas time, okay? So it's on our brains.
Are there any Christmas movies you guys still need to watch that you haven't gotten to yet?
We were gonna do It's a Wonderful Life tonight, and we ended up not having enough time. So we haven't.
I
done
usually
that
watch
yet.
that closer to New Year's.
Yeah, Jason really wanted to watch it, but we haven't gotten to it yet.
I've been really procrastinating on watching anything. Like, I think the only thing I've watched is when you and I watched Terrifier 3.
I did watch all 3 Black Christmas movies. That's something.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the only thing I've really done this year is Home Alone.
Nice.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in so long.
I've done Gremlins, Lethal Weapon, and then half of Batman Returns.
Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. We did Die Hard too. I forgot about that.
Oh, cool.
So we've done a couple, and then my kids have watched a lot. But we always do the Guardian special now. So I missed part of that this time because I was doing stuff, and my kids watched it.
Oh, yeah,
That was
and
one
I
of the
watched
first ones I
Silent
watched.
Night, Deadly Night tonight.
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry, Robert. I missed what you said.
I just said that was the Guardians one. That's like one of the first things I watched earlier this month.
Yeah, it's become a staple for us. It also helps that it's short.
Yes.
You know, it's kind of nice that it's TV episode length. It sort of ends up being put in that basket. Where, like, you know, all the
I wish it got a Blu-ray.
Christmas episodes.
I thought it would just
Right?
be on the Blu-ray of Guardians 3.
It should have been.
I was like, surely that's how they'll release that, right? But
Although, Austin, I will say, even though it probably would have been, maybe they could have put some features on it to bolster it. Like, I'm sure it would have been full price. I would have liked that to have gotten its own release, or if it was just to get a cool box, just to get kind of like a neat Christmas box. Or if they did it for 3, they could have done a special edition that would have had like a slipcase where it had its own disc box. That would have been cool too.
yeah, I just assumed that like it wasn't going to get its own release, so I was like, oh well, hopefully they'll just package it in with 3 since it was like it shared the budget with it.
Well, I guess it's too much to ask to get fucking anything.
Yeah,
Well, the only like
James Gunn's not there to fight for it now. He went to WB.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think that's true. God damn it! If he wasn't running WB, Warner Brothers, or DCU, at least I would.
got a promotion.
Yeah, I know. At least I'd have that. I think that
He's
might
running
have
one
even.
of those companies that has 2 letters in its name.
I think that might have even gotten a vinyl.
Netflix lost the bid. James Gunn bought WB.
I just said that because you said WB and it threw me off.
No, it's okay. It's just funny.
I think that might have even gotten a vinyl
yeah.
record, and didn't get a home release.
I'm actually not sure.
I'll
If
look
it
that
has,
up.
I haven't seen it.
It should have.
the only
And there's precedent
only-
for it because they did a Muppets one for that Mayhem show, so they've done that for Disney Plus.
Yeah, the only like original Disney Plus stuff they've put out physically has been in steelbooks.
Right.
So maybe we'll get a steelbook at some point of the holiday special. I don't know.
Yes,
And
they did a.
there's a couple of those that I want for shows
They did a
that I don't
vinyl
even
for
like,
it.
but they're too expensive.
Yeah, I should have gotten the WandaVision one, but oh well.
Yeah. Like, I really wanted The Mandalorian, at least season 1, because that steelbook looked really nice, but I don't know if I'll ever go back to that show.
Right.
Yep, here it is.
Yeah, for sure.
They it's really weird if they never put that out on physical and it's got a record.
That is really weird. Yeah.
Make a deal, Arrow.
No, they got to finish off New Line. What else is left for New Line? Mortal Kombat? Are we going to get the Mortal Kombat special release? Was that New Line? Who made that? I don't know if I'm still broadcasting. I feel like I've lost these guys. Hello? Well, at least we made it a couple of hours here. This might be the end of it, folks. There's John.
Oh. Oh, what happened?
Everybody fell out. You guys were all frozen? I said a thing and nobody responded. It was very awkward. And then I was like, oh, everybody's frozen. You were frozen today.
I was frozen today, Marty.
Yeah.
Marty, I fell and hit my head on the toilet and I got frozen.
And that's
you guys
when
were
I
frozen
found
for
out
me, and I was like, oh, did
how
my internet go
time travel is possible.
I thought I was the only one that froze, and then Austin left too. I was like, oh no.
That's what I had. I was like, oh, I guess it's just me, I guess, because it can't be that all three of them went out.
And
That'd be just me.
And then for a second I was like, am I even broadcasting?
We have returned.
Beautiful.
I blame Robert personally.
That tracks.
Yeah, Robert is like a little gremlin, always messing with electronics.
Sure, I'll go with that. I'll go with the crowd. It's Robert's fault. I agree.
Exactly.
Yay.
Robert's a bastard, man.
We can finally agree on something this holiday season.
Robert, what was the best movie you saw last year? Or this last year?
Good question. Life of Chuck's definitely up there. Trying to think. I really loved The Long Walk. I got that steelbook, which is really cool.
I didn't even realize it was out on home media.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
Tyler, you're telling me you were frozen today? Shit, I'm late for school.
Wait, come back.
Oh, and earlier RJ Kellenzilla said we left Power Rangers to talk about the weather.
Yep, true.
That's
Robert was
pretty good.
freaking out.
I haven't seen a lot of movies this year. It's pretty much just been the mainstream stuff we talked about on the channel.
Yeah, Life of Chuck is the best movie I've seen this year.
I feel very guilt-tripped into watching this movie.
You're going to watch it and be like, that was great.
Good. Well, that sounds like a reason to watch it. I'm glad to hear that.
Jason would probably like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's like a big dance sequence in it.
It's
That's
true.
like that's a big part
Dancing's
of
a
the movie.
big part of that movie, yeah.
Oh,
You're right.
yeah. Well, I definitely should show it to him then.
Sinners is up there for me.
Predator Badlands was fun.
Yeah.
I still got to see
I like that a lot. I gotta look back through a list of the things I actually watched, because I feel like there's something that was like the big top thing, and I can't think of what it was.
Captain America 4, Brave New Day.
I've seen Superman like 5 or 6 times at this point, so I'm going to throw that out there.
Yeah. And like, I like Superman, but I know it's not my favorite thing I saw this year.
No, I mean, my favorite thing I saw is definitely Life of Chuck. Just those are a couple other movies that are at the top of my list.
Yeah, I like the new Looney Tunes movie.
I still need to see
I still haven't watched
that.
that.
Nobody saw it was a catch-up release.
Yeah.
I do wonder if Coyote versus Acme will kind of turn the tide on that, just because it feels like everyone's been talking about that movie for years.
Yeah,
a little more.
maybe.
That
That
might
comes
boost
out
it
on
a
my
little bit.
birthday, so I'm excited.
Like, I don't think that'll do big guns, but I think it has to do a lot better than it would have if it came out when it was supposed to.
Maybe.
Do you think?
Yeah, it's hard to say. It depends on how they release it. Like, if it's,
That's
And
true.
if it has any marketing.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is that's a company that doesn't have a lot of money to market. So,
Look, they release movies like when you don't shake the ketchup bottle before you put it upside down and it squirts the little water ketchup. That's how they release.
wow, I just didn't see very much this year. I think the best thing I saw was overall, not a movie, was probably Penguin. Or was that even the previous year?
I think it started the previous year, but it might have finished.
I feel like that was
I don't
last
remember.
year.
I don't remember now.
Yeah, I don't know.
It
It
was
might
last
have
year.
been, like something that started last year and ran into this year. I can't remember. Yeah, what else did I done like this movie?
I sank myself so
this
hard in
year?
the comics, I just wasn't paying attention to movies this year. Like, I like Naked Gun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
You love Jurassic World Rebirth.
I liked it better than anyone else on the planet, but it's still fine. Like,
It is better than the last three. That's about the most I can give that movie.
Yeah. exactly.
I found out that came out to home media because I was at a Walmart today and they had a set that was the Jurassic Park 7 film collection, and I was like, 7? Oh yeah, I guess that's out. They didn't have that just on its own, but they had the 7 film collection.
Oh,
Haven't we gotten a Jurassic Park holiday special yet?
Right?
Oh my god.
that might be on Netflix. I don't know.
Well, one thing you can be sure of is when that comes out, it's not going to get a home video release.
It's true.
Even
Yeah,
Once
Disney
Upon a
doesn't.
Deadpool got a home video release.
No, the Jurassic Park holiday special will be the first Netflix Criterion release.
Blue has a red nose, and Chris Pratt's like, "Come on, Blue, you gotta lead my motorcycle gang tonight."
Yeah, because I can be damn sure there's not going to be any other Velociraptors like connected in that line. Because Blue's the only thing they care about now.
I fucking hate Blue. I was
I
so
know.
happy when the
Me too.
Velociraptors didn't do anything in the new one. I was like, yes.
Me being the Velociraptor guy, you know you got a problem when I was happy with that.
Yeah.
Austin messages me, he's like, you're not going to like this movie.
Yeah,
not-
I think John and I...
You're not going to like the joke they made
Robert,
about
were
the
you there?
Velociraptors.
Oh, yeah. Robert, were you there when we watched the World Trilogy?
No, I was not there for that.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
No, that was
I couldn't
Hayden
remember.
was there because
I knew Hayden was there.
He started freaking out during whatever 6 is called.
Dominion.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we had a really good time watching Dominion. That's how you watch the movie.
That's
And
what
apparently you
I
guys
keep
watched the
hearing.
Spirit cut, because I've never seen the extended cut.
Yeah, I haven't done that either.
Yeah, we watched the cut that has dinosaurs in it.
Yeah, and that wasn't the best part of the movie. The best part of that movie was watching Alan Grant argue with the barista for 20 minutes while the movie happened around him.
Yeah, Sam Neill has no idea what's going on. No, I walked away from it, that viewing, being like, oh my god, I think Dominion's my favorite of this trilogy.
I did too.
It was
Cap
strange.
just looks embarrassed to know any of us right now.
No, I don't know if I ever want to have to sit through that. Like, because I haven't seen that cut.
I mean, I will never watch it again.
and
Yeah.
I sort of feel like I ought to, but like I'm not gonna watch it on my own.
No, that is a movie you have to watch with people.
Well, since we're doing like every Jurassic Park film also 2 years apart, we'll eventually get to
That's
that
true.
one.
Well, I just keep forgetting we were gonna watch through those. We just haven't even gotten back to it. Not to be fair, part of the problem is we kind of restructured our schedule, and we did that before you and I were doing the commentary project together and all that. So,
That's
Well,
true.
or at least
You
the
guys
first
still need-
Jurassic Park. I guess we did Lost World, all 4 of us, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only one, because we've got a couple where we're stuck at the next one is 4. We haven't even gone to Jurassic Park 3. We're supposed to watch the first 3 and then
Yeah.
like get cut off.
That's true, because like we haven't done. That's so weird. I completely somehow excised from my mind, Austin, that we ever did Transformers or Terminator 3. Did we actually do Terminator 3?
Yep.
I don't even remember
'cause
doing
I
that.
did not like that movie very much going back to it, and I thought I was going to like it more, and then rewatched it and was like, oh.
When
That is
we-
some sour milk.
Yeah, maybe we should prioritize those couple of projects this year. Like, do at least a Jurassic Park and at least a Terminator. And I would like to bring Jason on for Salvation. because he's never seen it. And he's very curious about it, and he loves that franchise.
We
I
got to
mean,
do it in time for Cameron's new Terminator. He's threatening us all with.
Does that have?
You-
Is that
you
actually
got-
happening? Is he making it?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's
He-
in development.
He seems like he's kind of done with Avatar, and he keeps talking about doing another Terminator.
He keeps throwing out that like he has to make a new Terminator before AI becomes Terminator, and I'm like, dude, you've been in a sub for too long.
Get out of the water. Get out of the sub,
Yeah,
John. Get out of the sub.
No.
Yeah.
John, are you wearing a tie?
What?
Whoosh. Sorry, what, Robert?
Well, you guys also stopped before Pirates 4 because you guys have
The,
two more
the
Pirates
second I
movies.
mentioned it, I was like, I know Robert's like,
Yes, but the
You think-
difference there is we only intended to do that trilogy. Like,
Yeah, but you only had two left.
Really?
like
you
we
really
could
don't
do
need to
more,
anything fast
but I
food.
feel like that's done if we wanted to be done. I don't think we're jipping anybody by not doing the other two.
there are people that ask me here and there about doing Pirates 4. That is one I hear about every now and
I
then.
think it's just because they want me to drink too much rum again.
They just want us to hear the Spanish guitar version of the theme.
I gotta tell you, I think that first Pirates commentary is one of the most fun things you and I ever did together.
That was a great video. That one was really funny.
I was really happy with that product.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I think our best video is. We've done so many, and I'm getting to a point now where people will mention videos, and I'm like, I don't remember doing that.
Yeah.
That's not a thing that happened.
Well, and like you do so many in a week that like you just move on to the next thing. We have movies on request that are in my Hall of Fame that I don't remember. Like movies that like I loved and swore I would watch a lot and like don't even remember watching them now, but I remember them being brilliant. Or I remember saying they were brilliant. Or sometimes I don't even remember
Like
saying
that
that.
Girl Next Door movie.
No, not that though. No, that I needed therapy. I didn't get it, but I need it. Austin can tell you, I was messaging him while we were watching that and being like, I might be done with the show. I might never come back.
And I was like, what do you mean? It's just a 2000s comedy.
Well, I was saying that to you before you even saw it. You didn't even know what it was yet. And I was just like, Austin, I don't know if I can do this.
What movie was this for?
Ugh.
Girl Next Door.
No, I'm going
I
to get
think it's called.
PTSD. We can't talk about it.
Oh.
We can't bring it up and discuss it.
I haven't seen that. I don't know anything about it.
That's a TV movie that's a period piece about a girl that gets the horrible thing. She gets like tied up and horrible things happen to her, and I just don't want to talk about it.
Uh,
I mean, YouTube doesn't want you to talk about it.
That is
Surprised you guys even
true.
did that.
Nicholas Bono, it did. It broke me that bad. Well, have you seen it? Do you know what it is?
Have you seen it? Were you there? I remember where I was when it happened.
Guys, before I go, I thought it would be amusing to look at. So I pulled this up to look at some of our analytics from last year and see what the highest viewed videos were. 'Cause some of them are very, very random. So for whatever reason, I'm showing this on YouTube right now. Our highest viewed video last year was the pilot show on Pushing Daisies that Jason and I did like 3 years ago. And that video just keeps getting hit really hard. and it's at like 50,000 views. And the only thing I can figure, and we have this with some other stuff, like there's some manias that, for whatever reason, Marvel Mania did huge numbers and years ago, and the Batman ones did okay, but not anything like compared to Marvel Mania. And the only thing I could figure back then, and I think this is what's happening with this, is that people clicked on it thinking it was the actual movie. See, it's the only thing I can figure. Because the other pilot shows that Jason and I did, pretty middling view counts. It's part of the reason that we didn't prioritize and keep it going, and partly because we just haven't had time. That was an afternoon show, and then I had another baby, and it wasn't really possible. I'd love to do more of those at some point, but like 50,000, why? Like, that's a great show, but I didn't think anybody even remembered that. Like, what is that doing there? John, our first 24-hour stream on Smallville is the second highest watched stream from last year.
That's crazy because I feel like that's one of my worst ones because that was our first one, and I'm fading like by the end of that.
Well, once again, yeah, and that's of course just the first part because we had to split that into two.
Yeah.
And that's another one where I kind of think people thought it was, for whatever reason, the actual show. Because it drops dramatically after that, and the average view duration is 37 seconds.
Oh, no.
Well, and there are shows that do have the 24-hour streaming thing. So like maybe somebody just went, oh, there's like a Smallville just 24-hour streaming thing. I can click on it and just watch a random episode.
Yeah, so it was accidentally false advertising.
Yeah, I think that's what I think.
And I'm not sure how
Season
to.
8, you should just put full episodes in the title.
I'm not sure how to title it where it doesn't look like that because it's a long enough title that unless you put the word commentary at the very front of it, that word is going to be so far into the title you're not even going to see it before you click on it. And so, like, any way you slice it, people are likely to think that it's the actual show. And then Austin, this is surprising. Our third most watched stream from last year is our rewind commentary on, so finally something a little bit more recent, on Mask of Zorro, which is at 20,000. And
Hell yeah.
the commentary that, and I don't think anybody's looking at the commentary project and thinking that's the actual movie, or or the average view counts on that show would be higher than they are. And because our average on that show is between 800 and 1,000. Like, it's not hugely wide anywhere compared to the old scripted show, and understandable. We're off the cuff watching a whole movie. Like, we never expected that to do big guns or anything. But you know, it's kind of a niche thing. But what's interesting about it is the commentary that, and I'll pull up the numbers for this. The commentary that Vince and I did years ago on Mask of Zorro also did quite well. Because we have another commentary on that.
Yeah. Oh, it's a great movie. Like Nicholas Bodo says, I fell in love with that movie.
Yeah, like, I guess sometimes it is just a matter of the quality of a thing. Like, it can be. Okay, so the one with this is so interesting. So you and I did 20,000 on ours. And the one I did with Vince... No, we're at closer to 21,000. The one I did with Vince is at 22. We've tied it almost.
Fascinating.
That's very unusual. I don't know how interesting this is to anybody, but I don't know. It's the end of the year. I thought it'd be an interesting thing to do. And then this has continued to be high every year, despite the fact that these are 10-year-old videos now. The next two in the list, so the 4 and 5 spots, are my old script and rewind on the top 10 60s Batman episodes, each of them. And one is at 17,000 and one is at 14,000. And those are the only old rewinds that are up that high. The Marvel Mania for the Punisher continues to get hit pretty hard. That's at 13,000. Now, I do need to
No,
look.
I watched that this year, so I helped.
I do need to look and see actually if the view numbers here are just what it hit for the year or it's total. I don't actually know that. Because if that Pushing Daisy's thing did 50,000 in just this year, that's really strange.
I think it is just this year, if that's how you have it, put to.
Yeah, the total on that is at 54,000. So yeah, that's just for this year. So that means it's done the majority of its views this year, and we made that a few years ago. So it did 3,000 its first couple of years, and then it did 50,000 this year. That is so weird. So yes, the numbers you're seeing are just what was hit this year, it looks like. So that Punisher Mania, 13,000 just this year. Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, I don't even remember doing this. That wasn't
You're not
us.
on that one.
I wasn't on that one either. That was back when we had the 7.
Yeah, Eric made that. Because I also watched that.
Our Family Man.
You're one of them.
Okay, so you're causing all of this, it turns out. So do you remember when we did the Family Man?
Yep.
We won't talk about who requested that, but that has that has over 7,000 views just this year. That's very strange.
Like in time for Christmas.
I don't know why people are hitting that. Fast and the Furious. And that was this year, if memory serves. Yes, February
so, yeah.
of this year. 6,500.
They get to see me be grumpy.
That makes me think at some point I really do need to do that deep dive that I've threatened, because that would probably do pretty well.
You also need to watch all the Friday the 13th movies.
I've talked about that for a long time too. Yeah.
You gotta do it for Jason, yeah.
The Superman spoiler cast did 5,000. That's pretty standard for a movie that big. Those usually do pretty well for Roz. Usually our biggest videos of the year. Powerpuff Girls top 10 from a million years ago, close to 4,000. I'm surprised that's still getting hit the way it is. The late night post-Christmas hangout I did last year did 3,600 views, and what was very strange about that stream is it had a ton of people watching while I made it. I did that from my phone sitting over here in the Star Trek area. Just a random stream I did that night. And it did a couple thousand views or more that night. I don't know why. It's like the algorithm is so bizarre. It was just me showing off Christmas
more
presents.
videos with your phone in a corner.
Why did anybody watch that? That should have been like a 500 viewed video.
I think I remember that. I think I remember a lot of just random people showing up in the live chat, like, "What is this?" I'm like, I don't know. What are you doing here?
I must have been the only person broadcasting on YouTube that night. I guess that's what was happening. So you can look at some of the rest of this on your own, but it's interesting. Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, 2,700 views. Austin.
Hell yeah.
Just this year. And then some old rewinds do start to pop up. So those do still get hit some. The Fantastic Four spoiler cast from this year, interestingly, did almost only half the views that Superman did. At 2,700.
Interesting. I also just pulled this up because YouTube gives you your like viewer analytic thing now,
Yes.
and it says I've watched 478 Geekvolution videos this year, but
Jeez.
that's also going to be manipulated because of having stream like the chat up.
That's true.
But,
so you're looking at it at a video, but not actually watching it, and you're in the video.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, that's manipulated. I'm actually a little surprised it's not higher because of that. But
Teddy put in a $10 super chat and says, "Oh man, here I thought. Thanks for the support tonight, man. I thought your highest viewed stream would be your My Breakfast with Blassie stream. Darn.
it should have been.
I'm gonna do I know I said $5. I'm gonna do one more shot, and then that's gonna be my limit. I've
You have a problem, Cap.
Well, and the thing is, I don't even feel crazy inebriated. It's just like it's gonna get to my stomach at some point. Like I can just tell I'm at my limit. This stuff is just not the best on my system. Just like what's in it. So like I can't.
Irishman.
I can't. It's just this cream, whatever it is. I can't do as much of this as I can some other things. So this will be the last thing I do, and then I'm not gonna drink anymore today. But thanks for the support, guys, and thanks for watching and hanging out with us. Nicholas Bodo, Superman spoiler cast might be the longest video of the year. Oh, it's certainly, but besides Smallville, of course.
I was gonna say.
The Superman adjacent. Are we gonna have to do a 5-hour spoiler cast for Supergirl this year, and then for Man of Tomorrow when that comes out?
Yeah.
Just the consistency of if it's in that franchise, it has to be 5 hours.
Well, Superman was 5 hours, and I didn't get to say everything that I wanted to say too. So it was like, how is that even possible? And then I spoke to Cap and Robert, and they both said the same thing.
We both went back and forth, and we were like, and we didn't say this, and we didn't say this. No, it was awful. It was like that could have been 6 or 7 hours easily.
How did that happen?
I seriously cut it off at 5, knowing that we weren't done. Going, this is getting fucking ridiculous. I don't know that I'll be honestly, and this is no shade about anything because I'm excited about Supergirl. I would be shocked if there's 5 hours of discussion to have with that movie versus Superman. I would be shocked by that. That's clearly going to be a more streamlined, focused movie than Superman was. There's just so many subplots, so many things going on with that movie.
Now the Clayface review, that better be 5 hours. I will riot if that's not 5 hours.
True.
Bandicoot Nerd 131 says Cap swearing is so weird. And Austin and I have had this conversation lately. I have considered lifting the embargo because it is mostly adults watching us, of course, and I'm just a lot more lax about it in my personal life. We've kicked it around, but like
it's a Christmas miracle.
It's so.
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's so part of our DNA that I don't know if I want to do that, and I have always liked, I don't know, just the fact that like I have kids and they don't watch a lot of our stuff, but like if they did, so I still don't know if I would ever do that, but I've kicked it around.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, Cap. This is some constructive criticism.
Do it.
Kids love their TikToks. They don't want a 5-hour Superman review.
No, they don't. They don't. It's why. It's why they're not going to go to your 4.5-hour film, Tarantino. I don't care how much of it is in Fortnite.
They're like, what the fuck? This isn't 5 seconds. Wait a minute. What are all these zeros after?
I've been watching this for 12 seconds and it hasn't moved to another video. Click.
Exactly. The intro's not even over. What's happening? It breaks their brain.
It's borderline experimental.
And then they go home and they play their fort blocks or whatever.
I can go into those analytics real quick too. You would not be surprised to know that we have almost no viewers in that age bracket. But what's funny is the last time I looked at this on the channel, which was months ago, Jason complained because the 13 to 17 year bracket was at 0%. And Jason said, "What about me? I watched the channel. How do I not account for at least something in there?" If you look at it now, it says 0.1%. Jason is counted now, folks. There he is.
It only goes up to a certain decimal, so it's like, sorry, we can't count 0.00001%. But we picked... That was a sentence I realized as I started. was gonna come out bad, and I caught myself at the last second.
So that's
More child viewers.
so.
now.
You mean that suggests that there might be like 10 or 12 or 15 of them?
Yeah, maybe.
So now that's interesting. We have more women apparently that watch now than used to.
Oh my god.
A few
Why?
years ago, that demographic was.
Because we are sexy bitches.
See, this is why I consider sometimes lifting the embargo, because you don't get to hear funny things like that. Anyway, carry on, Austin. The female demographic a few years ago was actually pretty close to zero, and early in my career, it was leveled off at like 10%. For several years, it was at 10. It's currently sitting at 15, which is the highest I've ever seen it. So that is fascinating to me. I'm not sure where that extra 5-10% came from. 18 to 24 is 13%. It's nice to see that we have any of that bracket at all. Obviously, our highest still remains 25 to 34 because that's the age group that grew up with us and is stuck with us, and that's close to 50%. That's 47. 35 to 44 is at 20. 45 to 54 is 10%. 65 to 64 is 5%. And we have almost 3% of our viewers that are over than 65%.
What if as you
Or
were
over
reading it, it
65
just like,
years old.
went down a decimal?
Say again? Sorry, what's that?
I said, what if while you were reading it, like as you were reading it, it just went down a decimal?
Older folks are like, oh no, they're talking about us. Unsubscribe.
I'm not close to death, you fucking bastard. And then he keels over.
So I also want to point out that the odds of Austin ever joining the channel and becoming my main co-host for 5 years is less likely than some of us might realize. Because our Canadian viewership in total is 4%.
That's just me and my like puppet accounts.
I was just gonna say you and your puppets, like
Your puppets!
Me and my puppets.
Your
I'm the Canadian
puppets are
puppet
watching!
master.
I would like to thank the bulk of our patrons, which are Austin's puppets. The Puppet Guild.
Why are there puppets clapping? I didn't even know
I
there
didn't
were
even know
puppets
puppets were watching. Get out of bed, John.
Are you telling me?
So the bulk of our viewers obviously come from the United States, almost half, 46%. UK used to be a lot higher. It's only at 6% now. Canada's 4%. Well, and from what I said earlier, Canada might have been higher years ago when Austin first started watching. I have no idea. 3%. These are just the top 5, and I won't read everything past this, but just the top 5. Can you guys guess the next 2 countries, just for fun?
India.
Yeah, I was gonna say India's my first guess, and then
India's
China.
1. India's 1. China is not the next one.
Oh,
No, you'll
we're
never.
banned off Chinese internet.
You'll probably never guess 4. This is a little shocking to me. 3% of the viewership comes from Indonesia.
Huh. Well, welcome, Indonesian Geekvolution fans.
Yeah, let us know if you're from Indonesia.
Also, let us know if you are from India and you are 12. We would like to know that too.
Yeah, because that's a wild intersection.
That's a James Gunn interview from like when Superman was coming out.
Oh, really?
And he's talking about, getting like trashed online, like that kind of thing, like how you deal with that. And he goes, sometimes you just want to respond, and then you go, I was like a 12-year-old Indian. Like, I don't need to respond to this. And it just became like a meme. There's a great picture where it's like this weird like fisheye lens picture of James Gunn, and he's holding a gun, and it just says next to it, "You are a 12-year-old Indian."
I didn't
And
know
it's
about
like
that.
my favorite picture to send people.
Yeah, I have I have a version of that saved on my phone to send to people.
Teddy says,
Yeah.
no cap, here's the way to do it. Have one stream where you don't analyze anything. You literally just say curse words and nothing else. You know, that seems real, least common denominator and kind of exploitative, and I'm considering it.
Yeah. Hot Soup also says he has friends from Indonesia, and they absolutely love Marvel there.
Hot Soup, you live like 5 hours from me. How do you have friends from Indonesia?
How
do you have
dare
friends
you?
from Canada?
No, that's true. No, that's totally fair. I know, it's just... I just think it's funny that he was the commenter that said that. Like, I wasn't expecting that. No, you're right.
No, for sure.
I know.
I know.
Cap's like, I met all my friends in a weird field. That's nice.
Fuck you, Robert. You know,
Fuck you and the field you rode in
the
on.
field you drove through to get here. It's funny because I seriously considered doing something kind of out there and ridiculous tonight, and maybe we'll do this down the road. But it to some degree ended up happening anyway, which is interesting. Austin, I almost pitched this to you, and then I decided against it. I almost suggested having you guys come in and letting the audience participate in this too, and having our Christmas stream this year be you guys roasting me, and like it happened a little bit. We did get
should
some
do a roast.
Some of the Captain Logan roast, but I would be up for that if you guys wanted to do it at some point. I thought about doing it kind of impromptu and just being like, just before we start, okay, you guys, it's a roast tonight. You guys just have at it. And then I had to say the fucking field thing, and it happened anyway.
I have thought about that before. I have thought that like a roast on the channel would be fun for a night. But yeah,
Just because you've been with me for 5 years now, and you have so much pent up aggression. You have, like,
exactly.
all of this shit you wanted to say to me forever, and you're like, this
No, that's when I come out
gives
and
me
do like the Norm
chance.
Macdonald thing, where it's like, people say Cab looks like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. It's-
Well, I love that right before that you said the field you rode in on, because the horse you rode in on bit is the George Takei thing from the Shatner roast. Have you ever seen that clip where he's like, "Fuck you and the horse you rode in on"?
I have seen that roast before, but I don't remember that part of it.
I just think it's funny that you said that, not knowing I was about to bring up the roast thing,
Yeah,
because it just made me think of that.
that is funny.
Nicholas Bodo, Cap and Austin gonna fight over Absolute Batman. No, we're not. Because I have no rebuttal. My rebuttal to the Absolute Batman is I'm enjoying this. I don't know why. Like that's it. Like I probably agree with most of Austin's issues with it if I'm really thinking about it, but I don't like to be turn your brain off guy. I don't know what it is. It's just fun to read. I don't know. Like I can't be super critical of it. That's the brilliance of that book, is it makes me love all these things I would otherwise hate. Like
Yeah.
individually.
Yeah. No, there's moments where I'm like, I hope I'm not being like too mean to Snyder, because I have a lot of respect for Snyder, and I don't mean to like. I think he's doing a good job with the book he's making. It's just not my thing. But
Yeah.
like today, we were talking on Discord about.
It's not mine
the
either.
new
I like it
Ultimate line.
anyway. I don't
No,
get
that's
it.
fair.
It's so weird. But like the thing is, I don't want to do a serious analysis of it, because I think
Yeah.
I'll make myself hate it if I if I give it that treatment.
You never know. But we were talking about the new Ultimate line on Discord today, and I was just like, it's so night and day for me. Like, even not really liking Absolute Batman, like, I have so much more respect for Snyder and how he's handled the Absolute Universe over the new Marvel Ultimate.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, everything's in perspective.
Which is interesting because both of them are strategizing it to connect to mainstream continuity. And Absolute is even better at that.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, what Ultimate is going to do with that is going to blow up in their face so hard. No one's going to read that. Like, everybody's going to hate that.
Yeah. But what can you do? That's Marvel.
Man, a cool nerd, Cap with the worst George Takei impression of all time. Well, sure, if you're not trying.
Cap's like,
I
man, I
literally-
fucking love George Takei, the guy that's like, oh my.
Yeah, I literally said the words he said. It wasn't an impression. So yes, if you weren't expecting an impression, I just said the words. It's a really shitty impression. Absolutely.
Okay, on the count of 3, everybody say your George Takei, oh my, and your best George Takei impression.
At the
Okay,
same
ready?
time? I'm not doing
At the same
that.
time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we can go like one by one if you want me to do it that way.
No, I know, that's fine. We can do it all at the same time.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh,
Oh
my.
Well, it was me that said it, and the rest of you said it, but it still worked out.
Well, yeah, that's because we're doing it across the internet. It's impossible to perfectly line it up.
It's okay. It's okay.
I still can't believe that when Kirk dies in Generations, he says Takei's his last words are Takei's catchphrase. The last
That's my
things
favorite thing
Captain
about it.
Kirk ever, and my headcanon for life, not even the show, is not even Star Trek, is that the reason Shatner insisted on bringing Kirk back in novels is because he suddenly realized that and he couldn't have it. That's my headcanon. Anyway, Kirk cannot say "oh my" when he dies. I must
Somebody
write the.
asked him-
I must ghostwrite the return now.
He was at a con and somebody was like, "Oh, you said like when you died, you said George Takei's impression," and he was like, "I don't know this person. I don't know what he wants."
Apparently, we should have started this show at midnight because we've got a lot more of a crowd now than we did when we started. It's like really late. I keep feeling like we should have ended by now. Like now, folks are hanging out. When like I'm about to freaking fall over and go to sleep. It's like now people are here. No, I'm actually in good shape.
I mean,
Well,
you should
midnight
sleep
is
on
when
camera.
Santa Done comes. Yeah, sleep on camera.
The first ever Geek Pollution sleep stream.
I don't know, John. I've seen some of the small little bits.
No.
There are, in fact, 2 people that have gotten pretty close to sleeping on camera. One of them, if you're watching the stream right now, is on the bottom row, and it's not Austin. And the other person is Chris, who on at least 2 different occasions has nodded off during the comic show, and I've had to elbow him. He did it last week.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm like, Chris, wake up.
That's
And
great.
Chris fell asleep on the movie shoots a few times. And that was always pretty amusing. I have footage of Chris sleeping while we're setting a scene up on
I
set.
have
It's
never
great.
nodded off during the 24-hour Smallville streams.
You've looked like you were gonna.
No, joking aside, there's especially the first couple, because that first one that we did is the first time I'd ever stayed up 24 hours like that. Especially the first one, like by the end, I was like, God, I need this to end. I don't know how much longer I can stay awake.
Well, I'm
I
making,
used to be.
I'm making fun of John.
Oh,
In
sorry,
his
go ahead.
defense, he would have continued going 24 hours, and I'm the one that had to stop that. I couldn't take it anymore. Like, John was a fucking
It almost
trooper.
killed you.
It almost killed me, yeah.
And I reiterate, I appreciate that, because I feel like at some point I would have been like, I don't know how much more I can do with this.
Well, I mean, thanks for doing everything you did with that, man. Like, it was kind of
No, those were fun.
it's kind of a ridiculous thing we were doing.
Yeah.
And
There's worse
yeah.
shows that we could have done that for.
And we'll finish it for sure.
Cap is just like, oh, next is Doomsday.
No, I'm actually kind of looking forward to that because it's been so long since I've seen it. It'll be fun to react to it in the moment. Because I kind of feel like all the pressure is off now. Because we've passed the seasons that I knew really well, and that I felt like I needed to, like, recall, you know, in a lot of stuff and actually have a little bit of analysis. The last 3 seasons, I don't know very well. And I can treat much more like reaction streams.
Oh, I don't know if I ever told you, but I finally got that Blu-ray box set. It's really nice.
You did tell me about that, yeah.
I need to justify going through them again.
Well, we'll try to do 8
And,
this next year pretty quick.
Doing like a 24-hour night thing used to be my like ritual for Christmas Eve, but I'm getting too old to do that now. I hit a certain point and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm too old. I'm too old for this shit. So I probably won't even try this year.
Well, you could do what we do and do 12.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm like up for like 12 hours normally. Like that's just a normal day.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah,
longer
you're
than
like,
that.
I'm not doing anything crazy. Ooh, I've stayed up for 12
If
hours.
anything, yeah, I'm going to bed earlier than I normally do.
Yeah, like, I do think it's still kind of a stamina thing to sit in a chair for 12 hours and stay coherent and talk about something. Like, I think that's still sort of impressive if you can pull it off.
Yeah, that is true.
Austin's like, no, it's not. I do that every day.
Yeah, exactly. I do that in my sleep.
Miles in the comments, Ben Parker being alive in Ultimate Spider-Man is stupid. It doesn't make sense no matter how you spin it.
Shots fired.
But not at Uncle Ben, apparently.
I remember when I read because I read the first 6 issues of that. That worked for me in that universe, but I wouldn't want that to be like the main.
Yeah, I've only read the first issue and it's been a while, so I'd have to go back and look and see exactly how they did it. But having read more Ultimate stuff, I am with you where I'm wondering how it makes sense if it's supposed to make sense. Because they kind of do the Star Trek 09 thing where they're sort of rebooting out of 616 continuity. So it's like a duplicate 616 universe that diverges after a certain point, right? So you would have to have something happen that would prevent Uncle Ben from dying. And I just haven't looked at that in a while, so I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I also don't remember if they explain that, at least in what I've read, because I've only read a little bit of it.
Yeah, well, that seems like a book that kind of dragged on long enough for people to kind of get tired of, from what I've heard. Like, it seems like just not a lot was going on.
That's what I keep hearing, is that it's like Bendis decompressed now. There's not any action in it, and it's just people sitting around talking. And like, if the talking is riveting, whatever. But I haven't been reading it, so I don't know.
Well, actually, now that I say that with Uncle Ben thing, I think the idea is that when they create that universe, it's supposed to specifically be a universe where he wouldn't become Spider-Man. So you wouldn't want Uncle Ben to be dead to put him on that path.
So yeah, it would have to be. So we know that the Maker goes in and deliberately forces certain things to happen, like, and so it might be that there's like a flashback somewhere that's not even in that book that explains it. I don't know, because I don't remember if it's an Avenger. I think it might even be an Ultimate Wolverine. I'm forgetting now. But there's a scene where you see the Maker go in and monkey with stuff, and this happens with even the Weapon X program. So it is possible. It reminds me of, nobody's gonna get this reference, but it reminds me of some of the flashbacks they did at the start of Lost Season 6 with the Man in Black, where he goes into the childhoods of several of our characters and manipulates the course that they go, so they wind up on the island. It's like that with the Maker, and so he might go in and do something very specific to make sure Uncle Ben lives. And so it might be that if you don't keep reading all of the books, you won't know what it is, and it seems to not make sense in that book because it's not in that book. I don't know.
funnily enough, I do kind of get your reference because I've seen Lost, but I've only watched through it once and it's been a while. So I halfway got it.
I feel like I always have to apologize for making Lost references. It's like, that's that show that we used to care about that sucks now, so why would you ever bring it up? And it's like, sometimes...
It's just lost on
That'll
everyone.
Yeah, that'll be our next 24-hour stream series.
I understood that reference.
Well, well, that's a good question. Is what is the show that had the biggest, like, pop culture relevance that like immediately fell off and is
Game of
like
Thrones.
dead? I was gonna say Game of Thrones, but like Lost is definitely up there.
So I feel
Game
like
of Thrones has spin-offs that
Lost
people are
has it
watching.
more than Game of
That's true,
Thrones.
too.
Yeah, because Game of Thrones got its relevance back. I can name some things that have that, but to a lesser degree than Lost. I think Lost is still kind of at the top because it was such a phenomenon, and even like it had kind of lost some people by 6, but that finale was such a big deal, and then everybody hated it, and it didn't culminate in anything. The next thing I can think of that's to a lesser degree, but to be fair, also wasn't the kind of phenomenon that was, is Battlestar Galactica. I feel like that was huge, and then everybody stopped talking about it about 5 seconds after it went off the air. And its spin-offs did not do great.
I still need to see that because I've heard great things about it. But
It's wonderful. Heroes definitely had that, but the difference is it fell off during its second season. That was while it was on, and a lot of shows have that.
Yeah, definitely.
Draven said Dexter, which that final season, those last few seasons definitely killed it, but it's been coming back because they keep greenlighting new like prequels and sequels. And
Yeah, that one's had a really interesting
Like
history.
second revival.
It's bizarre the way they've been able to revitalize that. I watched the first 3 or 4. I need to go back to it. I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes of the prequel series, and I liked it quite a bit.
I think that's the one that got canceled.
Yes.
It did, yeah.
Oh, that's sad. I was liking that.
Cap, are you surprised that Lost hasn't had a revival of any kind yet?
There have been so many
Do you think
talks
so?
over the years of reboots. Yeah. A little bit, especially given that network did like 6 other series trying to recapture the popularity of that after it.
That is a show I think you could reboot and kind of iron out some stuff before.
I would love to see that done with, and what's funny is usually you want to see somebody that was involved with it before come back. I want no one that was ever involved with that show to reboot.
No, we got to bring everyone back.
I want that to be 100% new hands on deck.
Yeah, I just haven't seen that show in so long, but no, I think that is something where that shouldn't be a revival. It shouldn't have anything to do with like the characters from the original or the original.
No,
just a remake.
I agree with that too. In fact, that's a great way to do that. I think you want to start with that initial premise and do exactly what they did, which is have kind of a skeleton of an idea for the kinds of characters you wanted, and then start seeing actors, and then cast people and build characters around them, and have it be none of the original characters from that show, but make up characters, because that's what Lost did. They basically made up characters around actors they liked that they thought would all be interesting in a plane crash together. Which I thought was such a cool way to cast a show.
And I remember at a certain point they started just killing off characters I liked. I was like, oh okay, well, that happened.
It's always a risk you take. I mean, that's the... Oh, you know what? We're not even thinking about this right, because although this is another example where it's while it's happening, but like, Walking Dead has this.
Yeah, people were talking about that in the
Like,
live
obviously,
chat.
nobody cares about that anymore.
I'm a huge zombie fan. I can't even bring myself to finish that show. Or it's like 7 million spinoffs.
That all do CW numbers.
Yeah, that's a show that went off the air but didn't. I've never seen anything like that. Like all the spin-offs are just more of that show. Except they're basically the subplots you would do in the show. You're just watching them on their own. It's so
Basically.
weird. They just took like 3 duos from that show and went, you get a show and you get, and it seemed like they couldn't even decide which ones were miniseries and which would continue.
No, and
Basically,
like,
just
that
whoever
Rick-
was lame enough to sign on for multiple seasons.
Well, remember when that
Who wants to check?
thing was supposed to be a trilogy?
Yes, it was. Well, it was supposed
Yeah.
to be a trilogy of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just
I'm
a
sure that
miniseries.
miniseries is great. I don't know. I'm not watching it.
I listened to a couple of video essays about that, and it just sounded like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, I've heard
No,
nothing
finished
but
it.
bad things.
And I'm convinced that show ended up is what killed the comics too, because he just ended it like with very little warning, and I've heard the ending is kind of rushed.
It is.
So I don't, with respect, John, I don't actually think that has anything to do with the lack of interest in the show at that point, because the comics were still pulling good numbers. And I think that became 2 separate things at that point. I think the reason he ended it abruptly was so that there wasn't fanfare around the ending and he could actually surprise people with it. And so I've not read it. If it seems to be rushed, that might just be, issues with the writing and he didn't handle it right. I don't know, but I don't think that had anything to do with that TV show.
No, sorry, I worded that weirdly. I don't mean that the lack of interest. I mean just how far off the rails that show went from his source material.
But I still don't know what that has
He
to
was
do
always
with the
kind of doing
comic,
his own thing.
because like I said, he was still pulling really good numbers.
I think that's definitely why he's a co-showrunner for Invincible, but I don't know if that
Well,
impacted his
just because he
comic
seemed
writing.
really involved with the show at first, and then he kind of distanced himself. And I feel like he just got tired of the whole thing. But I mean, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I feel like I would have to finish the comic to have an opinion about whether he seems detached from it, from the actual writing at any point.
I
The
think
fact that he had... sorry, go ahead, Robert.
I think he just got bored with the comic at a certain point. I mean, he wrote it for almost 200 issues. And I've always said, like, the comic is very consistently good, but most of the great stuff is definitely in the first half, and then in the back half it becomes a little more just okay, just rinse and repeat. And by the end, I don't know, I feel like he just wrote it for almost 200 issues and was like, okay, I'm done now, whatever.
Yeah, I could see that. Making solicitations for the issues after when it actually ended, though, is a pretty badass move. That's my favorite thing about that, where it's like you could go and see the covers for those issues like before that last issue dropped. It's so good.
John, I didn't mean to argue
Drake-
with you. I just knew people were still reading the comic when they weren't watching the show.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just kind of what I felt like was happening at the time, but I don't have anything to like back that up.
Yeah, have you read that stuff?
Yeah.
I have read the first 3 out of 4 compendiums.
Okay. I keep getting to the same place in the first compendium, and then for whatever reason, I end up doing something else and I don't get back to it. So the last time I was reading through it was just a couple of months. It was like October, I think, like around Halloween, because I was in the mood for it. And I finally got past the prison. And then I forgot to go back to it. I was like, fuck, I'm only like 40 pages past the last time I stopped. And I'm going to have to start over again. I've read the first half of that compendium so many times that I probably could actually get away with continuing forward now.
You
To
should
be
do
fair,
it
I
where
think that
every
is
time you
the-
read it, you go 1 extra page forward, and then just like slowly you will make it through.
Is this a reading for enjoyment exercise, Austin, or a memorization exercise? Because I feel like if you wanted to
Yes.
memorize it,
I just think
That's how
it
you
would be a
do that.
funny exercise.
it would. It would, I agree. RJ Godzilla, is Invincible having a drop off? I'm not really hearing anyone talk about it. That's a good question. I'm not either.
I'm behind on it. I need to get back to it.
I'm really liking it. I wish the animation was better, but I love the comic, and so far the show is up to par.
I think that giant gap they had between the first 2 seasons did not help that show.
That killed a lot because there was a lot of hype around that show after season 1.
Yeah, I haven't really heard anyone talk about it since then.
It's spectacular. I loved that season. I stopped thinking about it, and I've never gone back to it. Like, I'd like to at some point, but
I
that
guess
big
I've
gap
heard,
did
like,
not
now
help.
and then people complain about animation just compared to how the comic looks, but that's kind of about it.
I keep hearing that too.
Draven mentioned The Boys ending next year, and even though that has spin-offs, yeah, I have no idea if that has any staying power.
I've
Once
said
it's
for
done.
years, I think that show is so dated and like the things they're making fun of that I think it's gonna have a really hard time lasting in like the public consciousness.
Yeah, and I mean, I personally had a lot of problems with 4, and I feel like that seems to be the general consensus. It's the worst season. I'm just sticking around because it's the last season.
Back to Walking Dead, Draven says, I think the drop off for me was the first Glenn fake out when he hit under the dumpster. I could
Yeah,
not
that was
believe.
back in season 6.
Yeah, I could not believe what I was seeing with that. Like that was
I
not
don't think I even got that far.
the balls they had to do that nonsense. Good God.
That was ridiculous. And Cap, we talk about that show a lot, but it's like that show just goes up and down in quality. You know, it'll hit these really nice high points and then fall off and then just go. And then by like the last season, it's just kind of meh, and it kind of peters out at the end. But that definitely had like a gradual. But also, like for the first 5 seasons of that show, it was the biggest thing ever, and you obviously can't sustain that forever. So like there was always going to be a drop off over time. But yeah, now it's in a weird spot where there's like a couple spin-offs still going. But
I
I
just think if they stuck to the comic, you would have had a much cleaner adaptation.
Yeah, and
At
I
least more
think
or less.
I don't know.
you have AMC to blame because if they'd stuck to the comic, they couldn't have continued indefinitely, and they'd be at the whim of whatever the next issues were.
I mean, but even when they do go off book, they usually do come back to it,
Yeah, but I
especially
mean,
in the last few seasons.
But I mean, at a certain point, at least for me as a fan of that comic,
Yeah.
by those last few seasons, I'm seeing the storylines adapted without any of the characters that I want to see in those stories. So at the end of the day, who cares?
Yeah,
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 but
yeah.
Isn't part of that
Kirk-
just
Kirk-
like behind the
Kirkman-
scenes stuff? Like,
Yeah, there's that, and Kirkman was also adamant about the show being different. Like he wanted each thing to be a different experience. So like he did have a hand in that.
that makes sense.
And there's a conventional logic both directions. You know, you've got that McFarlane thing of like let's make it different for each medium for like all the different audiences, or just like the same audience can enjoy it in different ways and be surprised about what's going to happen next. And then you also have the other logic of, well, if people won't read a comic book, then they can get it wholesale in another medium as it was intended, as close as you can with adapting it to that other medium, so they still get to enjoy that. So the problem with telling a different story in every direction is most audiences are only going to watch it or read it in one way. Most people are not gonna go and look at every single way the thing is made, and that means that a TV audience that isn't interested in comics gets a totally different product. And so they've not experienced that story. It's a different story. Even if a lot of the beats are the same, it's still, and even if it's brilliant, you're still looking at two different things. But like I can see the logic both directions. It kind of just depends on like who your intended audience is for.
Yeah. And for me, with something like Walking Dead, I'm fine even if they want to take different story beats, but at a certain point when all the characters that I'm invested in aren't there anymore, like why am I still watching?
Yeah, well, in those later seasons, it gets tough when you're dealing with real life actors who may want to do other things. It's not just a character on a page. Like there are different factors that go into a TV show than a comic book.
Or when like half your cast is regulars of a certain director who gets kicked off, and they're like,
Yep.
"Fuck this."
Or well, and with the case of Rick, which is what I assume the main one that you're talking about, then maybe don't screw over the actor that played Carl, so that he's
Yeah, that's a
in
whole other
position to
conversation.
take the
Yeah,
lead. No, I don't
yeah.
feel bad for AMC. Like they dug their
No,
own
I never
grave.
said I felt bad for them.
I didn't say you
No,
did.
Robert, you were like, I feel so bad for AMC.
Okay,
Robbie, you're such a shill for the corporations, man.
It's true.
he is.
No, Walking Dead is this fascinating case, and I've said this before, that I've not really seen with another show, I don't think, where a lot of people that aren't talking to other fans have a real clear place where that show falls off, and they think everybody has that same place until they start talking to people. Because, like Robert said, if you keep watching through it, it ebbs and flows. But if it loses you and you never come back to it, you assume it just drops off. And it doesn't. Like, it will swing back around and be really good again, and then fall off. And so, like, if you stick with it, there will be more good stories. But what's interesting is we can't even all agree on what the good parts of that show are. Like, if you do stick all the way through it, everybody's got a different opinion about what the good seasons are and what the good arcs are. And the other big mistake it made was, I think this is part of the reason that it's hard to find agreement on that show, is the structure, and I don't like this at all, of you have a cliffhanger with a character, and then you jump to a singular character episode with somebody else, and then you do another one of those, and then you do another one of those, and then it's 4 episodes before you get back around to the big cliffhanger, and it's obnoxious. You have to keep putting pins in stuff, and you just feel like you're being jerked around all the time.
I think it's season 4 or 5. Like right after the prison is really bad about that.
That's the back half of 4.
Okay.
That's where that
Well, and that-
starts.
I don't know. It's an interesting thing in hindsight because, yeah, as a show, it was one of the biggest things ever. And again, obviously, you can't sustain that forever. You know, I mean, we're in a weird place with the MCU right now because of that.
Yep.
And it's tricky when you're adapting a comic book that at the time was still going, when like the whole premise of the comic book, like the whole pitch was, it's the zombie story that doesn't end. Of course, it eventually did, but it lasted almost 200 issues, which was, you know, unusual for a zombie story. So when you're making that as a show, typically when you're getting to something like Lost, you are expecting an ending. Of course, that show ended up going a lot longer than the creators originally intended, but how do you sustain a show that's supposed to go on for I don't know. The Simpsons did it, I guess. Whoever's watching that, but I don't know. It's weird. Even Game of Thrones, which hit a wall where they were off book, the books were still planned to end at 6 or 7. I mean, whether they ever do or not. But like has been an ending in mind
Well,
for the books.
When you're going into making a TV show, you have to plan to end it. Like, or just let Darabont do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or you need a network that is that has the integrity, and it's difficult because, of course, these things cost a lot of money, and when you've got a hit, like you want that money train to keep going. Like you want a network, if you can get it, that has the integrity to let you tell the story and have the success while you're on, and then hope you can find another one of those later, as opposed to just beating the horse into the ground. And so it feels like, and these are two extremes, and I'm bringing them up intentionally, but like you either die a Firefly or you live long enough to be Walking Dead. I mean, that's like if not enough people watch you, then you're ended prematurely and you don't have a complete story, complete series. And if you're too successful, fans start to almost wish you never existed at all.
Well, and what's funny with The Walking Dead, because like you said, they wanted to really get that going, is you could have kept following the comic, and then you had the perfect spinoff with that Fear the Walking Dead, which was really good, until it just became a Walking Dead show, like the second Walking Dead show. It's just I watched an interview about this where I think it was Mad Men was taking off at the time, so they took all the money from The Walking Dead and gave it to that show. That's why season 2 is the way it is.
It's
But
funny you
also
say that
the-
because I watched the pilot for Fear the Walking Dead, and I thought that thing looked like it was made with a quarter of the budget.
Oh no, it's really cheaply made, but I think that works for what they're going for, which is the first days of the outbreak.
Interesting, because I thought that was even just the first episode. I thought it was really bad.
Fair enough. I also haven't went back in a while, but it gets worse.
Great.
That show ends up. That is the only show I can think of. Spoilers for Fear the Walking Dead, where all of the original cast is gone halfway through, and it becomes Robert. What's that character's name from the first episode of The Walking Dead? The Morgan Show.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yes, I've heard that. I guess they were just clinging to something that was popular.
But what's interesting, if you go back decades, like what TV used to be, with sitcoms and westerns like Bonanza and stuff, those shows were made as these things that just went on indefinitely, that would go on for years and years and years and years, and then we'd finally end it when just nobody was watching it anymore. But those shows were never intended to have an ending or to tell a complete story. You know, when we were making more episodic.
No, because you
TV
come up,
shows.
yeah, because you come up with an anthology concept that you can theoretically do 1,000,001 stories in, and
Which
we
is
just
funny,
don't
'cause I
make
feel like
those
you
at
could do
all
that.
anymore, hardly,
Yeah, 'cause I
except
feel like you
for
could do that
like
with The
police
Walking Dead.
procedurals and stuff like that. But especially for streaming, you just don't even have that. I mean, streaming has the opposite problem that broadcast TV used to have. Is like broadcast wasn't allowed to evolve as much as it would have liked to have, because you got to make sure that people understand what's happening each week when they just randomly tune in. And now streaming has the opposite problem.
Yeah, because, well, streaming shows, we just make like their movies. And it's weird.
Stretch them forever. And like comics kind of have the same problem. Is Austin falling asleep?
No, I'm good. I'm listening. I don't know
He's
if it's time
absorbing.
to add. Yeah, exactly. I'm a sponge.
No, for a second you had your
He
eyes
doesn't
closed
like
and I
the
couldn't
zombies.
decide if you were nodding off or if you were frozen.
Oh no, I don't know. My eyes have been open this whole time. Maybe I just froze.
Oh,
blinking
I
or
think
something.
you looked down and it looked like your eyes were
Oh.
closed. Because you just did it. I just
Probably
like do that.
across-
But,
yeah.
but what you'll do is your whole head won't come down. It'll just be your eyelids, and it looks like you've closed them. Yeah,
I was probably looking at chat.
that's
Yeah.
what it was. And I was like, oh my god, we're losing Austin. We're losing him.
No, I'm good. I'm wide awake. I got my man thing buddy here. He's hanging out.
Aw.
I said I was going to go here in a little bit because I do have to get up in the morning, but I've really been enjoying the conversation.
Yeah.
John started participating, and it wasn't about
It was
Power
something I had-
Rangers, and so
And
it
it
was...
was something that I had something to say about. Yeah.
Good job, John.
No, we're not allowed to talk about Power Rangers anymore. Robert yells at me.
That's true.
Robert is very abusive.
That's why we bring him on. It's entertaining, as long as I'm not on the receiving end of the abuse. It's fun to watch it happen to John, though.
Are you saying it's fun watching somebody get abused when it's not you?
Isn't it? I mean, like you can't disagree with that.
Bed slaps are always funnier when they're on somebody else and not you.
I
true.
just think it's funny that as soon as the swearing embargo was lifted for tonight, because we now have a tradition where swearing happens at Christmas, the operative swear word became bitch. Like that became the word.
Yeah. It became like an Arkham game. Where it's like, that's the one we can say.
That's the swear word we're allowed to say. It's like everybody's not
Arkham
even
City does have
comfortable
the best usage.
with F-bombs, even though I've thrown like 6. But I was like,
Yeah.
oh, swearing embargo lifted. We can say bitch now. Look at me, I'm going to say it.
Yay.
Bitch.
Yeah, Arkham
I
City
said
is the
it.
best use of bitch of all time.
Say it, Austin. Say
That
it.
was-
Effectively.
It's the 2 guns, bitch. So good.
I forgot about that.
But I've said the fuck word multiple times. Probably, I think I've sworn way more than anyone else has tonight with Strags.
Oh, I guess the way you say it is like you don't call a ton of attention to it, and so I just didn't even notice some of it. You know, you're smooth as butter with your swearing. Yeah, even when you said the fuck word, it was like for a second it was like that word wasn't even in there. It was like my brain processed f bomb. What you said was fuck word, which is a really weird way to explain that. By the way, you're like. You could have just said, well, I've said fuck. You're like, I've said the fuck word. The word that is that.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to say is, like, somebody swears and you go, oh, they just said the fuck word.
And I have no more fucks left to give.
Exactly.
I gotta tell you, now I want to write a short story or a novel with a character whose last name is Fuckward.
Oh, they're going to say you want to write a short story called The Fuck Word.
The Fuck Word? Because I just think that's a great last name. And, like, you spell it differently. So that, like, it's designed to not look dirty, but then when you say it, it sounds wrong. Like, fuck.
I'm going to be honest, though. It also sounds like the name you would give Squidward in a SpongeBob porn video.
So now I can't use it?
Yeah, we're like...
Oh.
Hello, SpongeBob. It's me, Fuckward. Like, oh.
Well, now you've made it weird, so I can't use it at all. Tyler says he's actually playing Arkham Origins right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
And Miles says...
I wish so bad that was available.
Miles says he plays Origins every Christmas Eve. Underrated entry in the series, still hoping for a remaster for PS5. I'm shocked that hasn't happened yet. I feel like a lot of fans have been crying for that. And considering that, like, Suicide Squad bombed and they don't really have anything, like... And I realize that that's not the same studio, but you think that's some easy money for WB, right? Like...
Well, even with the same studio, Gotham Knights also bombed.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Last I heard, why that hasn't happened is because there's some rights bullshit with the composer of that game who did the music, and WB just doesn't want to pay him, so they're just sitting on it. So I would guess that if they ever do remaster, re-release the game, they'd probably change the music, which would suck, but
weird. Yeah,
it seems to be good.
I've never heard that happening with a game.
Yeah, I mean, he did a whole original score with it, so yeah, I don't know why it was.
I
weird,
was actually considering
yeah,
playing back through that this year too.
Yeah, I played through that a couple years ago on Steam.
Well, because you can play the main game through Christmas and then the DLC with Mr. Freeze through New Year's.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I've never finished that DLC.
Yeah, I never got to play it because I never got it on PS3, and now that game's just fucking in the ether. So,
yep.
I guess I'll never get to do it now.
You have an Xbox. Just buy a cheap 360 disc.
That requires work.
I don't know if he'd be able to get the DLC though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know if they released just like a one where it's got it like all impact like in it together.
No, that's not on the disc.
I don't think I ever got that DLC, so I guess I've never played it.
It looks cool, and I've played the PSP Arkham game, so it's like the only Arkham thing I haven't played. So,
have you? Yeah, you probably haven't played the DS one, or is that the same game as the one on PSP?
It's probably the same one. It's that Blackout, or not Blackout, Blackgate.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
I started that not too long ago. It is shockingly entertaining.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's part of because Origins has this, and then obviously that does because it's Arkham Origins Blackgate. It's like a direct kind of spin-off sequel thing to Origins. They both have that funny thing where WB Montreal really thinks they're going to make a Suicide Squad game because both are heavily like, oh man, Suicide Squad's coming next. And then that game gets completely canceled. And then obviously Rocksteady ends up making one, and it has nothing to do with what WB Montreal was setting up. And WB Montreal's game, it sounds interesting. There's things I don't really like about it. Like they were gonna kind of do what they did with Arkham Origins, where they were gonna take that mold of like the Batman combat for every character with like the grappling and stuff, and I'm not too keen on that aspect of it. But their whole thing of it was going to be that like you get a group of characters and they all die throughout the story until you get to the end and like they're just all dead, like a Halo Reach, and I think that would have been really neat.
Yeah.
Well, and the irony is, if that had come out as just a regular campaign game, it would have done way better than the Suicide Squad game that was made. And even if it had some of the glitchy stuff that Origins had when it came out, it would be way better remembered. People would go back to it. People would want to see it ported on later platforms.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it was supposed to be, just a single player campaign game exactly.
Yeah.
So it would have been.
It's too bad that didn't happen. That would have
Yeah.
that would have spared us from the nonsense they made.
Yeah. My main thing, and they'll never make this, but I want like a Suicide Squad game that's like an XCOM clone, where just it's a strategy game and your characters can die at any time and then they're just gone. But they won't make that.
I just want a Superman game. I wish that's what Rocksteady made.
Yep.
No.
And not
It would've
and,
been
You get a
nice.
live action Suicide Squad.
and then
game
not
instead,
only
or
do you get a
live
Suicide Squad
service.
game, but you get to see evil Superman in it. Like they're really turning the knife on you there, Robert.
You also
No.
can't tell me that that did not start as a Superman project, considering it takes place in Metropolis. We get like a bunch of Superman supporting characters, who have like actual NPCs in the game. Brainiac's the main villain. Like, there's so much to it where I'm like, you can't tell me that this didn't start as a Superman game at some point, or like you had assets from a Superman project. I don't know.
That's
My favorite thing about that game is just
It's
how
tinfoil hat.
outdated it was at launch. Because that came out a year ago at this point, 2 years ago,
I want to say 2 now.
and it already felt like 5-6 years out of date.
Well, and it was also so late when it finally came out. Like
Yeah.
Draven's, I've never heard this. Draven says that they were gonna do that Shadow of Mordor style Batman Beyond game. I've never heard that.
I've never heard that. The only one of those that I know is just the Wonder Woman game.
Is he
Yeah, that
talking
got
about
canceled.
the? Is he talking about the Rocksteady game, Austin, or is this a completely
Yeah,
different?
I think
Okay.
I think it is that Rocksteady game. There was leaked stuff that came out that they were working on a Damien. I think it was Damien was going to be their Batman Beyond. I can't remember. There was something like that.
I didn't know that.
Oh, wait a minute. I
There's
remember
like so
seeing
much
that.
like over the years that's been said where it's like it might all be just mixed in my head, but yeah. There was also
I thought that was
Monolith
a
almost made
Nolan
that
game.
Nolan. No, that's the
Oh.
different game. That was the Monolith
Okay.
one that they're working on.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, this one was Rocksteady proper. But,
Guys, I hate to cut
yeah.
things short. I mean, short. It's almost 3:30. We've almost been at this for 3.5 hours. But this is a great conversation, and I'm sure we would have lots more fun things to say. But it's getting like close to 2 a.m. here, and I have to get up and go on a trip tomorrow. So I really better call it quits. I guess. I'm sad though. I want to just keep talking to you guys.
Thanks.
It's no Superman discussion, but we almost went the distance.
If we could have started early, I would have done it.
Next year with the roast of Captain Logan, we'll top it.
Yeah, no, I'm willing to do it. And we don't have to wait till Christmas. We can do it as a different thing earlier in the year, but that might be fun. And then you guys will just see me. You'll see me cry on camera. I'll cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on and be like, Cap, when you were in school and they said we're gonna take you on a field trip, they didn't mean literally.
I don't know why I told you guys about that. Why did I divulge that?
I'm so glad that you
You're
did.
gonna regret that.
I guess, yeah. Well, it's funny. I didn't expect you guys to pick up on that and that it was funny. Like,
A normal person gets out of high school and goes with their friends to
On the
fields.
field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
toiled
get
in the
defensive and
fields with my
explain this
friend.
any further. Like, it makes slightly more sense than you guys are making it out to be, but I'm not gonna explain it. It's fine. You guys have your narrative now, and that's never gonna change.
I don't know. We're not falling for your field propaganda.
Yeah, you guys. I honestly forgot all about the field thing because it's been so long. Like, I really enjoyed the last couple of hours of conversation.
Doc, are you telling me you just brought me out to a random field? Shit, I'm late for school.
No, it does sound insane when you say it in a Back to the Future quote. Certainly, guys, thanks for doing streams with me this year. We had a pretty good year. We obviously, like a lot of channels, viewership was down, revenue was a little down. But we've got a great, small but dedicated base. We always have. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and especially folks supporting us. But even if you've just been watching, that's awesome, and we appreciate that too. I'm gonna get going, but I'm gonna miss you guys. Maybe not after the field thing, but a few minutes ago I would have. Anyway, we'll be back again soon with more fun stuff on the channel. This will probably be our last stream for the year. Like I said, I'm going to be traveling and stuff. Austin and I might try to sneak in the last bit of the bottom 20 or the bottom 50 superhero movies, but it will likely be after the first of the year. But we'll try to get that done soon. In the meantime, I was Captain Logan, and we had Austin the Day Ghost.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and God bless George Bush.
We had Robert Wild and John Sandoval.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Good night, folks. Be safe. Merry Christmas. Happy
Christmas.
holidays. All that, you filthy animals.
Feliz Navidad.
He didn't show the shirt again. I'm shocked. Okay, fine, buddy. See you, folks.